Hi, welcome back to Waste Some Time with Jason Green. I am Jason Green. It's Tuesday. I'm so glad you could join me. I'm supposed to, alert people when we do this, but I'm trying to do Monday through Friday as often as possible. And I think that you guys, maybe you ring the bell and have the notifications on. I don't know, but people are slowly starting to trickle into the room. It's good to see everybody. This morning was the debut of my video at the Las Vegas Tropicana. I did a final walkthrough. As of right now, the doors have been locked. 3 p.m. They chained it up, and that's it. No more Tropicana. A very historic place. I had so many great stories about the Tropicana, and some of them I just contemplated. Can I tell these stories? And some of them I can't. Some of them I'll have to save for the members only portion. So if you're not a member, this is the time to sign up because it's a risque, crazy story. I tried it out on Michelle last night. She, I think she was perplexed. But anyway, a lot of history of the Tropicana. Charlie's Angels episode filmed there. Diamonds Are Forever. Sean Connery brings Lana Wood, Natalie Wood's sister, up to his room, and he throws her out the window into the swimming pool, all at the Tropicana. And James Bond said he liked the Tropicana. He stays in one of these jacuzzi tubs that they had there all the way till the end. I stayed in one of those jacuzzi rooms. Other Vegas history was that they had a review, a topless review with Jane Mansfield. I say in the video that if I had the chance to get in a DeLorean and go back in time, I would want to see Jane Mansfield's rack. I said it a little bit classier in that video because it's not my regular audience, but you guys, I think, can handle. Jane Mansfield had just giant jugs, and song "Ballad of Jane." A lot of people claim that they wrote it. Most are lying. Kelly Nichols really wrote the song. Phil Lewis added a line or two. But that song is about Jane Mansfield's widower. His name was Mickey Hargitay. And he was a bodybuilder, and he survived. And Kelly saw a documentary about him dealing with Jane Mansfield's loss so many years later, and he wrote The Ballad of Jane. I hope you guys enjoyed that little a tidbit. I want to just sit here and have a random conversation and it'd be silly, but we have an important crisis going on in America right now. Tornadoes are taking over much of the East and the Midwest. And most of you know I am an armchair meteorologist. I've been I give reports on my Instagram. If you're not following me on Instagram, go to the description and get on it because you will want to know the latest. So I have a correspondent standing by live from Toledo, Ohio, who is going to, he's in the eye of the storm, in danger. This is supposed to be the worst storm in 50 to 250 years. And we're going to see he's hunkering down and trying to stay safe. And so we're going to get the latest on the storm right after this. Just wanna waste some time with you. Sometimes it seems too good to be true. Nobody out there to waste time with you. I got my BMI songwriting statement the other day. That's for those of you who are not in the music business. That's where you get your publishing. And that song, I just want to waste some time with you. It's just tearing up the charts. I may retire soon. This daily stuff might be over because you hear the song so much. Scotty Griffin, who sang the song, every week he flakes on doing this interview, but he says Wednesday he'll be here next week, and we're going to record it, and it'll be on, and you'll hear it. That song, drums were played by Richie Ramone, the world famous Ramones, and it's a fun little New York kind of a punk vibe. Be a 7-inch coming out later in the year, if 7 inches is enough for some of you. But let's see who's here before we go out to the storm. First person of the night, M. I'm ready to waste some time with Green. M, I feel like you started as purely a Wednesday 13 fan, but now you are on the Green team, and I'm glad to see you. Clint, hey ho, let's go. Happy Tuesday. In the Ramones spelling of hoe, there's just H-O. H-O-E could be a gardening tool or could be some of my previous dates. Okay, a lot of people excited to be here. Michelle is here, and she's going to keep an eye on things. She rules with an iron fist, so don't, as Motorhead said, so don't get silly with the spamming. Drizzler's okay so far, but we know he has a tendency to be ridiculous. And hot mother or not, Michelle will block you, and you'll have to come back with 75 fake names. Jason enjoyed the Tropicana. It is sad. I've been to many of these hotel closings. I went to the Stardust implosion. Not implosion. I mean, maybe there was one. I didn't go. I was there the last night. I went to the Sahara the last night of the Sahara, which is open again. So amazing how things can come back with a few bad business decisions. The Riviera. Riviera was the first place I stayed. When I first came to Las Vegas, I was living in Los Angeles, not too far from where Michelle lives now, years later. And I booked an appearance with Puck from The Real World and myself and my friend David Schultz. And we drove to Las Vegas from California. Never did this. I'm a New Yorker. And we were going to we were promoting a trauma movie called Blood Sucking Freaks. It's an incredible movie. If you have seen it, I don't even think I could describe it to you. This guy, Seamus O'Brien, is the actor. He played Sardu, and he had a little helper named Ralphus. And they had like this theater. People would go to this theater. It was like artsy off Broadway in Manhattan, filmed in Manhattan. And but the show was kind of real. They would bring like volunteers on stage and sort of kill them. There's a famous scene where someone they put a straw into someone's brain and they drink the brain through the straw. We had the idea at that scene. It was a midnight movie in Las Vegas, playing in a theater called the Torrey Pines Cinema, no longer there. And we had Puck right before that scene go through the audience and hand out souvenir straws. And we really were trying. I worked at Trauma, but I was also working with Puck and also working in the Real World. And so it was a fun time. My first time in Vegas, we stayed at the Riviera, and it was great. Riviera also was famous for the Showgirls movie. What an interesting movie. I saw that while living in Hollywood at the Mann's Chinese Theater. And when they ID'd me to get in, I was old enough, I assure you. And then when we came out, they asked for reviews. How was the movie? I mean, it was really a big deal for such a shitty movie. But although Elizabeth Berkley naked, Gina Gershon naked throughout, that is good for at least 2 thumbs up. So anyway, watch that video, the Tropicana. I put the link in the description. It would be great if you watch it and like it. Trying to branch out on content. I don't want to just do the same thing every day. And if you watch the other videos, we can do more. All right, listen, there's plenty to talk about, but there's a serious thing occurring based on Mother Nature, or Father Nature, if you want to be politically correct. But the weather on the East Coast and Midwest, as I've said, are expecting killer tornadoes. So Jason Neal is going to join us live from Toledo, Ohio. Jason, how's it going there? Are you safe?
I'm doing good. We're in the pop culture bunker right now. We're hunkered down. Everything's good. Your 7 inches suffice, but the 3-inch hail will not. So,
All right. And so I've been following this all day on the old triptych, trying to make sure that I'm up to date on the current conditions. You told me earlier that sun is a bad sign, that they said you don't want to see sun. And in the update you sent me, it was very sunny.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Okay, I went to the Jason Green School of Meteorology. It's a few Facebook updates, but honestly, I think we're okay now. I've been hunkered down, I think, for about 7 hours now, so we're doing fine.
You're for those of you who don't know Jason, he's been in the Tour Diaries, My Life on the Road series, a few times. Johnny and I met him in a place called Mountains on the Monsterville, Monsters on the Mountain. It's in Gatlinburg, Tennessee, and Jason has a twin brother, Jack, they said hello to Johnny and I. And I like to meet people who I see a little bit of myself. Jason reminds me of myself, 71, 72 years ago. We have similar interests and in pop culture, but also in music and other things and collecting. We have a lot of junk in our homes that he has to protect during this scary time. I said Las Vegas is great. We don't have natural disasters. We got plenty of man-made disasters. Earthquakes are nothing. There's no flooding. There's not. We have the world's biggest shooting, unfortunately. What a terrible thing to have on your record. But that's man-made. That's not an act of, dare I say, God. So Jason's in Toledo. So we met him, and I told him I'm going over to the merch booth to look at see what they got. And Jason and Jack came with us, and Johnny and I, and we went. We looked, and you guys purchased some Yngwie Malmsteen signed vinyl, which I thought was a good choice. And his signature
his new album, though,
previous.
It's not a good choice.
You bought it for the signature. Yeah, you didn't need the music. Didn't matter. We're dealing with the signature here.
That's it.
So, but I meet so many people in my travels, and I would rather hang out with people who have like-minded interests that are still somewhat. By the way, if a storm hits, I'll understand, Jason, if you have to get under the Funko Pops.
Okay.
But they will protect you.
All signed. Okay.
Yes, we'll take a look at those before they're destroyed by the hurricane.
They're in protectors. We
then they're fine.
Yeah, this is solid.
But I like to hang out with people who have like-minded interests. We tour so much that it's nice to meet the locals. Although you were not a local to Gatlinburg, Tennessee, you guys drove up, and we stayed in touch. I also find that people who are younger are creative and have ideas. And Jason, you interviewed me for your school.
Yeah, that was probably 2 years ago. Something like that.
I didn't. Yeah, and I think it was the most fascinating person you've ever met, or something like that.
That's
right?
Definitely it. Yeah.
I might be exaggerating a little, but and I don't do interviews. For those of you watching, I've turned down every interview request I've received. I feel like if you want to see me talk, I do it here often enough. One day I might do an interview, but let's wait till the channel gets to 20,000 views. Let's see if it's worthwhile. Let's see if it could be fun. But I did honor Jason's request because how could I turn down being the most intriguing, fascinating, handsome person?
It was like interviewing Stern. It really was. It rivaled all of that.
Yeah, there was something about a check, but it's okay. I haven't seen it. But it was enjoyable, and no one got to see it except for Jason and his professor, who probably questioned why he got into that line of work. So,
same name? I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Yes, coincidental. I also relate to people who share my name. As Michelle says, this is Jason squared, I guess. Is that what it is when you put the 2 over it?
I believe so. I go to college, so I
failed everything mathematical.
You went to Trauma University, and that's just as good.
I did study. I did study at the School of Trauma. Yeah, I have earned my trauma diploma. What part of Toledo, if you wanted to, California Dreaming would like to know. She's a woman, so it's okay.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm a little south of Toledo.
South of Toledo, okay. And as you know, I'll be in Toledo at some point.
Yeah, that's going to be
seeing you. You were so I've seen you at a few shows. One of them was my famous scooter accident. You were there
the day of. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think you were there the next day, and we hung out, and you got to see how exciting it was and experience catering firsthand at a big rock show. And I think it was some garbage. And then where did I see you after that? It was Versailles, Ohio, right?
Versailles, Ohio, at beautiful BMI Speedway.
Body Mass Index Speedway. That was one of the worst. The show itself looks good on video and in pictures, and I think that it was crowded. but it was a pain in the ass. You had to drive hours through cornfields to get there. A lot of people were mad at me. They thought I'm racist towards Ohio because I couldn't understand why anyone would live there or drive through cornfields. But Jason, you were raised obviously in the Ohio area, right?
Yeah, it's weird because I'm out in the suburbs. I go nowhere near these cornfields, so I travel a ton, but I'm never in Versailles, Ohio, and that's what's so special about these kind of events, you know. And that's I like the tour diaries because you're able to document all this stuff. I mean,
Hmm.
other than BMI Speedway, there's no reason to be in Versailles, Ohio. So,
Yeah. Sorry, I'm deleting
which is a
people's
go-kart
comments.
track, right? Yeah.
It was a go-kart track. Smelled like a go-kart track. It
Mm-hmm.
smelled like burning rubber. The last time I smelled that much burning rubber, I was at the Bunny Ranch. Anyway, it's so that's how we got to know each other, and I'm looking forward to more adventures with you. We also, like as I said, we both collect things, and we both go to conventions and things. And California Dreaming hung out with you.
Oh yeah,
You hung out with you.
that was Versailles, and where else?
Do you remember California Dreaming?
Where was the other show we went to? It was Harrison, Ohio. That's an
Did you?
upcoming tour diary.
Oh yeah. Tell me, tell me about it.
That
Where was
one,
that?
that was the Wendy's. You and Johnny got Wendy's at like 3 a.m. because it was not Wendy's, White
Oh,
Castle. It was the White Castle.
oh yeah. That the one where we went to White Castle one night and Waffle House the other night? Is
I
that
think
one?
so. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, yeah. I kind of remember that one.
I don't remember much of that.
Yeah. I can picture that place. I remember we were sitting together and it looked like a place where they have quinceañeras or bar mitzvahs. It was like
Yeah. And
a
the
hall.
employee lady looked like Dana Strum.
That's right. Yes, a lot like Dennis Strum. Yeah.
Yeah. She was
Okay,
up all night.
I'm starting to remember that. Born Distracted asks, does Jason too have a foot fetish? Also, I don't have a foot fetish. So that's a question just for you.
Well, that I was the reason that you posted that one clip. That was one of the best moments of this year.
Right,
I'd be hanging out at the beach.
Mhm.
I like that one.
Yeah, that was a good one. I appreciate you sending that to me. I'm trying to do more reels. I need to do a reel a day on Instagram, and Jason has been helping me a little bit about that. I know we're just making small talk for now, but so Jason, you're in the Toledo area, south, and they say that there's tornadoes coming. Tell me what you've heard. What's the latest?
Okay, so we're on a level 4. Okay, and that's out of 5.
Mhm.
I'm seeing all kinds of stuff here. Let me check we got high tornadoes and we have moderate EF2 tornadoes. So Jason, what is an EF2 tornado?
Well, an EF2 tornado is it's the sister to the EF1 tornado. It's a little bit more serious because it's a higher elevated threat level. But God forbid you get the ELO level or the EVOO, then it gets quite serious. Have you been through a tornado before?
No. Well, I went and saw Twister once, but that was about it.
Yeah, well, that's pretty close. That's a
It's probably
documentary.
just as bad, to be honest.
Mhm. You I took a trip to the Grand Canyon once on a bus from Las Vegas. A friend of mine was supposed to take me and my other friends somewhere, and then he flaked. He did that a lot. So I'm going to give you guys some money to go to the Grand Canyon. So all right. So we took this bus, but they show Twister on the bus, and this is before headphones. So we just wanted to sleep, but you have to sit there while this massive movie's coming, and then you think that that's going to hit the Grand Canyon. So okay, so Jason, how old are you?
20. Yeah.
20 years old. So in 20 years, you have not experienced a tornado. So sometimes I see people in California who live on these cliffs where there's mudslides every day, and I think, come on, eventually it's going to get you. Same thing with some of these hurricanes, places like Florida, even Hurricane Katrina in New York. but in East Coast Jersey. But the beaches and stuff, you're just asking for your house to be washed away. These things happen, but so this is new for you. So what? So your brother was very nervous about protecting his most prized possessions. What would that be?
That would be his Conan collection. Okay,
Mhm.
some of us, we're normal. We have Creature from the Black Lagoon collections, Halloween collections, but this guy, he needs his Conan. So he
Mhm.
has essentially carried, I think, 10 boxes of Conan comics downstairs to the basement, keep them secure.
Mhm. And I'm no mathematical genius, but because you guys are twins, that leads me to believe that he is also 20 years old. Uh, it's strange to me that somebody at the age of 20 would be discovering Conan the Barbarian.
Well, I mean, you know this. Him and I aren't the seal of approval for most 20-year-olds. This is
That's true.
it's not
Listen,
normal, but
when I was a kid, my father owned a comic book store, and and he kind of thought Conan was cool, Conan, and then I would look at it, and but in my youth, the movies were coming out and were kind of popular. The first one I wasn't allowed to see; I was too young. A lot of nudity and murder, but I did see Conan 2: The Destroyer, featuring Wilt Chamberlain
Wilt
and Olivia
Chamberlain.
Diabo, who's very hot. Olivia Diabo is very hot, hotter than her sister Miriam. She was on the Wonder Years.
Oh yeah.
But anyway, but it's strange to me because there were people who were into this. Frank Ferretta, what's his name? The
Rosetta.
artist Frazetta. People love that kind of art. They love fantasy and swords and skulls and even Vampirella and that kind of creepy stuff might go in that world too.
Yeah.
I've had friends who really love. My friend Miguel, I don't think he'd mind saying, he really likes that kind of artwork. I think he jacks off to like artwork, like Vampirella. I think he's busted a nut or two to that
Taste.
fantasy. Yeah, he likes statues too. He likes statues, and I mean, I don't get it, but then again, I was raised on hardcore pornography, so I shouldn't say raised. I raised myself on it. My family, who watches every episode, they would be
Well, that's why
ashamed.
it's so important to have this physical media as the storm passes through.
Mhm. Sebastian Bach and I were in a car. I've told the story before. His wife, Suzanne, and my friend was driving, and my friend and Sebastian were very big proponents of physical media. And me and Sebastian's wife said, we have all the physical media on this cell phone right here. And he didn't want to go for it. Dude, what if there's a power out? He really was passionate about that physical media. And he really believed it. Now, I went to his home and he had me stand in a certain place and listen to Robert Plant's first solo album. And he was explaining to me that this is why you have to have physical media and vinyl. And the thing is, he had like $1 million system in his giant house. I'm going to have the Kermit the Frog, phonograph, like dime to keep things straight. Not that there's anything wrong with that. But so I do have physical media as far as toys and nonsense. And I do have a vinyl collection that of autographed things and some rarities, but nothing. I don't play them. Although maybe one day I will. Maybe Michelle will bring the old phonograph by. You know how these kids are, like yourself, and we'll spin records. I told a story about going to Phil Lewis's house, and he was like the guy at the end of Don Cheadle at the end of Boogie Nights. You hear that bass, man? He was like playing his record, and anyway, no physical media for me. But let's point out, and this is serious and sad. Sebastian Bach lost a massive physical collection in a hurricane. Maybe Katrina. It probably was in New Jersey. His house was really destroyed. He had an incredible comic book collection. For a guy who loves to collect junk like myself, I don't know how he did it. He is rebuilding his collection of junk.
He swears that Wood Blue fixed his collection.
Yes, that's what he said. That was for the vinyl. The vinyl that was damaged, you just coat it in a wood glue, is what he says.
I don't know. I'm skeptical on that one.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you ever have something, try it. You do work in a record store,
Yep. Which you
and
did too.
I did. That's correct. I forgot about that. It's been so long. Um, I did. I worked at Revolver Records on 8th Street and 6th Avenue right off 6th Avenue in the Village. That would be the West Village. And there was a store called It's Only Rock and Roll, really a legendary store. And it was a front. They were selling some other stuff out of that store. Now I think you could say it, everyone's gone or dead. But all the bands would go there. And why were they all hanging out there? Well, they probably were collecting physical media. So you'd have It's Only Rock and Roll, then you'd have Revolver Records. They're both upstairs. Across the street, you would have Electric Lady Studios. I used to call it Electric Lady Land. I've always heard people say that, but I'm hearing now it's called Electric Lady. Jimi Hendrix built it. I had a friend who worked there while we were making the movie Tromeo and Juliet. I wouldn't want to go all the way to my parents' home, so I would sleep in Electric Lady Studios, and it would be like 3 a.m, and I'm not joking. Ozzy Osbourne would come by. The crazy shit would happen, like in the middle of the night, he'd come to record, and I would just like lay on this Jimi Hendrix's couch. See, Jason, all these great stories that I never thought I would tell. As I start my early onset dementia, it's good that I have you there to remind me. So yes, I worked in a record store through the end of high school, and I have not had a job in 23 years. So, okay, so Jason, we were going to have a moment with you where you were going to come on the show and do the vinyl moment. You were going to tell us what the hot records are and what's new, what the kids are listening to. But we had to preempt it because of this tornado. Do tornadoes have names?
I don't know what this one is.
Hurricanes have names, and they are only named after broads, I've learned.
It's true.
To be politically correct. Bitches would be offensive. But so, I don't know. I don't think tornadoes... I've never seen a tornado. I've heard about it.
Mm-mm. Yeah.
I've toured places where, like, the week before, the week after, a tornado came through. But it sounds scary. Now,
what's
do you
been the
think...
craziest weather condition that you've had to be around with all the touring that you've done?
Well, because I am a meteorologist, there was a time that we were supposed to go to Houston, the Sin City Sinners, and I'm going to try to remember the lineup. It would be me, Jizzy Pearl of Love Hate and RATT, the other voice of RATT. He's a current singer of Quiet Riot. Scotty Griffin of LA Guns, who sang I Just Want to Waste Some Time with You. I believe Blas Elias of Slaughter, who is a hometown hero in Houston. And the guitar player, I think, was Oz Fox. And if you're going to go into a horrible weather climate, you want to have someone who has some spiritual connections and can pair up animals. So anyway, Hurricane Harvey hit, which was a massive hurricane, and we were supposed to leave. And we were really close. We had 2 shows. One was a private event, and this person spent a lot of money, and they sent us the money. I think we were able to keep half of it, act of God. And then one of the gigs wanted to cancel, but we were still going to go. Jizzy had to go overseas to do some Love Hate shows and was scared that he was going to get stuck in Houston. I thought it sounded kind of fun. We were in a really big, nice hotel. I thought, what the hell?
Yeah.
I'll stock up on the essentials and stay in the hotel. Anyway, it came down to maybe an hour before the flight. We did not get on the plane. Hurricane Harvey turned out to be a massive hurricane. It was a hurricane of biblical proportions. The only thing that wasn't biblical was that there was this place that was beautiful and dry and safe, and people needed to get in. And in the name of God, Joel Osteen would not open those doors to let those people in. Think what you want of that, but thankfully we didn't make it. Everything was wiped out. A terrible storm, not making light of it. And so we just missed it. That would have been the worst one I've ever been in. Other than that, as you've seen on my tour diaries, I've been in the worst snowstorms in 30 to 70 years. we've been pretty fortunate, at least this run. I did some shows with Winger where we were in Green Bay, Wisconsin, and we played 2 nights in Milwaukee, drove to Green Bay. It was freezing. I don't think I've ever experienced cold like this. My hands were frozen on my luggage, and it was a little tiny airport, just me and Kip flying on this little La Bamba plane. And, I'm doing this show, Jason. Most likely I'm going to play this show in
Arizona. That's
Yeah,
Mad
thank you.
Monster
Arizona.
Party, July 12th through the 14th.
Oh, wow. Yeah, you have dates too. Yeah. So we're talking about, I don't know if we can say this or not. Wednesday will be here tomorrow, but we're talking about performing. Myself, Sean Clark of Malfunction. Check him out on YouTube. Sean's great. If you like horror or movie locations, he's got a great show. And you like someone who collects junk. His junk puts our junk to shame.
Yeah, it does.
And then so it's going to be us and some other people. But I told Sean, why don't you go around and ask the actors and celebrities there if they'll come jam?
Yeah.
I said, I'll ask Stephen Piercy who's going to be there. And I think I have some pull with him. I think he'll do it. The jam is in the ballroom of the hotel, so it's not like you got to go anywhere. Then Ozzy Osbourne is going to be there. I mean, I don't think Ozzy Osbourne's going to jam. But I'm ready.
You also have Elfson from Megadeth. He'll be there.
Well, Stroker Ace himself will be there, David Ellefson, and which is great for me because Sean said, well, we should probably learn some Megadeth. And I said, not me. He's there. He can play it, and he can bring one of his feminine Jackson basses, and he'll be great. I like David. He hates to be called Dave. I don't know if you knew that. He hates it. He gave me implicit, if that's a word, instructions to only call him David, and then everyone calls him Dave anyway. Yeah, David Ellefson.
I wouldn't mind seeing Lou Diamond Phillips.
Well, that's what I was segueing to. Good job. Because I was saying I brought up La Bamba. Yeah. Lou Diamond Phillips could get up and jam. It will play the track by Los Lobos, who sang it, and yeah, unfortunately, Michelle's been waiting to see me play to millions or multiple people, and unfortunately, she can't.
That'll be a good show. That's going to be Ozzy, Piercy, the whole Sean Clark crew. They're going to be there.
The cast of Scream minus Nev Campbell, Rose McGowan.
Rose McGowan
will be there. There's some other horror people, and they're adding people. Sean named other people who are going to jam. I can't say the names because they haven't been announced. Mm-hmm. And then I'm trying to figure out. We need a singer, guitar player. Todd Kearns is the guy that always comes to mind for me because he can do it all. But I think he's on tour with that Slash guy for a little more. And then Johnny Monaco is always an option, but Johnny would give me a really big invoice at the end, as he does when he's on the show. And
do Misfits covers in the style of Elvis Costello.
And would Johnny want to play? Johnny could play anything. But would he want to sing Thunders and Misfits and metal? Could Johnny have to play Megadeth solos and Ozzy solos in Seconds to Spare? Of course. He's one of the most talented people I know. Anyway, I wasn't even looking to plug that. We're trying to talk about weather here. This question about Stanley interview. I've been getting it a lot lately. Stanley is the singer of a band called Life, Sex, and Death. I think I'm going to go to this Rainbow Bash. I'm thinking about getting some records, some vinyl records of Life, Sex, and Death. It's been reissued, as you know.
Yeah.
It's not cheap. And I was thinking about going to have Alex Kane sign it because he'll be there playing with Shark Island and playing with Donnie V, the real Enough's Enough. And then I could bring those records to get Stanley to sign when he's here in Las Vegas. Talk about rare signatures. I could be doing orders. I could be doing Stanley consignments.
Yeah, you can do it on Facebook. Pop up next day.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Stanley. Most people thought he was homeless. He was very gross. Anyway, I don't know when the interview is coming because we sort of teased it. He says he's going to do it. He told Johnny he has an entire idea of how he wants the interview to go. He's already planning it, which makes me think he's going to stay in character. I will also say that there's a fine line between character and real anyway. I had conversations with him where I thought I was talking to a regular guy, and not positive, but it's coming.
I'm sure Jeff Tate's he's working on it too, right?
Yeah, Jeff Tate. Say it again.
Jeff Tate, he's going to be on the show soon.
Jeff Tate flaked. Yeah, did someone ask about him?
No.
He didn't know the time difference, and then the next thing you know, here CIA hole, not to be confused with Yawol asshole. Great song. Is asking, will we get Stanley or Chris Stan? Remains to be seen. I mean, I don't think it could be. I don't think it could be any worse than the Great Cat.
It's incredible, though. He has been so consistent with that persona. I mean, it's been what, 35 years?
Mm-hmm.
That's incredible. That's Kaufman level.
Yeah, and no one's really caught him. You know.
Well, maybe he has like a, what was it, Tony Clifton? Maybe he
Mm-hmm.
has a Tony Clifton persona.
Maybe. Johnny went to dinner with him. And it's sort of like my dinner with Andre, except my dinner with Stanley. And Johnny told me a little bit about it. I won't give away the private details of their conversation. But Stanley's asked me to do things, as he sends me and Johnny the same text messages sometimes. Hey, boys, anything interesting going on in town? And Johnny doesn't like that he sends the same message to multiple people. Johnny's very sensitive. I don't know if you know this, but he's very, very sensitive. If one person said that Johnny was a jerk, it would ruin his day. You've seen it. He'll fight that person, and but at the same time, you can't let the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the one in this case. And so you can't worry about what one dummy thinks unless it's Mr. Spock. So, all right, and which Life, Sex, and Death would have made more albums? I mean, I kind of do too, but maybe it was better that they didn't. Maybe one album was really all you needed. So anyway, Stanley coming up. So what time is it there, Jason?
8:38. So what,
I only want
3 hour
interview,
difference?
3 hour difference. I only want to interview people named Jason so that I can't forget their name. For a minute I went, oh yeah, Jason, I know that one. So what's the weather like outside?
Let's check.
Oh, good. Oh, that's a window. All right.
Oh, it's dark out because it's actually 8:38. So,
mm-hmm. And but is it raining, or what happens with a tornado? Nothing.
Okay, I'll be honest. I don't really know what's going on with tornadoes, but I've seen Twister, I've seen Sharknado. So
at any second, though, could it just roll through and that's it? You're gone?
I think so. Yeah, I think that's how it works. So it was downpouring around 5, and then it was beautiful again. And then we went on here at 8 my time, and it could hit any second.
Do you have all your devices charged?
Yep, we're good to go.
You have rations of sorts?
No, but
what are you going to eat?
I was thinking maybe like Pringles or peanut butter crackers.
Well, you're lean and young, so you'll be all right.
Okay.
But yeah, the refrigerator could go out. Could be days without food. I mean, you might be moving to another neighborhood. God forbid, you might be relocating. The house could just be picked up and dropped off somewhere else. I hope that the property values are going to be good where you end up. God forbid you go to some terrible neighborhood, and you're next to Cousin Eddie's. Huh?
Roll them up.
Yeah, roll them up for sure. But it is scary. What are they saying on the news or wherever you're getting your information?
They are, Metal Sludge. They're saying that it is pretty much passed through. So let's check here.
This wasn't some biblical shit, was it? Like how they predict the end of the world and stuff?
It was. So 50 years ago today was
Mhm.
the last tornado that wiped out like Cincinnati, Dayton, most of Columbus, like that whole area. So it was 50 years ago to the day. That's as biblical as it gets.
Yeah, that's pretty biblical. We're talking in. I was not born. We're talking in. Although sometimes I like to say I'm older, so people say I look good for my age. We're talking in jest, having a fun time, but it is serious. And I was watching. I like to go on Whatnot, and I watch auctions and I buy things. I picked up you like this. I picked up a Bryce Dallas Howard Funko Pop signed
That's
from the
cool.
Jurassic World movie. I don't really care about Jurassic World, but she's got an incredible signature, every letter, and I think she's got a good chance at being in other movies. Obviously, she's got a red bush that would knock your Aunt Connie's socks off. I don't know if you knew that. I think
No,
her father directed her in many movies. I hope it wasn't the one with the red bush, but if anyone remembers which one that is, let me know. But I picked it up for $36.
wow.
The
That's
pop is
as good as it
valuable,
gets.
and they sell them for 150.
Does she do private signings, or is it only like I saw a few photos? It was at her house. It wasn't at like a convention or anything. I don't think
I
she's
don't
done
think.
any shows.
I think it's just private, and then she got her dad somehow to sign some of those pops too.
That's
I've
great.
got one. I'm looking at it. I got some Ron Howard, Richie Cunningham pops. I never thought he doesn't want to do conventions. Obviously, they've done every Happy Days movie. Did he direct that Da Vinci Code?
I don't think so. I could be
He
wrong.
directed one of those awful movies. I think he did. Um, but is that Tom Hanks? Michelle read the book. Is that a Ron Howard movie?
Yeah, Ron Howard, Da
Yeah.
Vinci Code.
I lost so much respect for him. He made these masterpieces like Splash and appeared in Happy Days. Splash, by the way, Michelle's here with the information. Splash was on the channel in the cruise every 5 seconds. And, listen, Michelle is not, she was raised sequestered from society, if you will. Her family, her father has some pop culture that she's learned. She's an expert on like Rocky Horror Picture Show and things like that. But she likes more nerdy type of like games and things like that.
Yeah.
She plays that Witches of Warcraft, maybe,
Yeah.
or Assassins, Apollo Creed. I don't know. She can answer. But so it was. When we're on the boat, I have to explain what things like Splash is. I mean, I don't have to. You choose your battles in explaining things. Like you have the senses of a 65-year-old man because you know so much pop culture. I forget often that you're only 20. But Michelle's talking Howard Stern, and she doesn't know it. Hey now, she doesn't know that though. She's actually saying like, "Hey now," not "Hey now."
Gotta do some hey now.
Like what was the character's name? Hank, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Hank. Jeffrey Tambor. At Universal Studios, they do a Grinchmas, and they have a guy who plays the Jeffrey Tambor character. And I go up to him every time, and I go, "Hey now," and sometimes he likes it, and sometimes he calls the police. But so I had to explain Splash, and like, well, he's dating this mermaid, and but
that's a lot.
But then I can find ways to tie it into Vacation. I go, well, you see that this evil scientist guy is actually Luke Glutz, and he sold him the car. You hate it now, but wait till you drive it. Of Luke Glutz Motors, and then John Candy. Sorry, folks, the Moose should have told you the theme park's closed. So a lot of history. The chat is very slow tonight. I mean, people are either just hanging on every word, or no one's really got anything to say.
Was Drizzler here? Drizzler has to be here.
Yeah, now's the time for him to speak up. Jay Roberts says the man who collects Funkos calls Michelle nerdy. I mean, I suppose there's an argument. I don't think that collecting pop culture is nerdy necessarily. And I also say every time I go to these conventions, the nerds have won, and I like it. You know, if a bully showed up at a fan expo, boy, he'd be in trouble. He'd be outnumbered.
Yeah.
The nerd flu is alive and well.
It's odd how segmented it is now, though. Like it was when you first started going to shows, it was a completely different audience than what it is now.
I went to Thomas Jefferson's first signing.
Yeah. Was that Pen and Quill? Yeah. But
hard to take a quill off of a 8x10.
But yeah, now there's a big emphasis on the anime stuff. Personally, I don't get it. I was at a show in Indiana the other week, and it was almost all anime. Yeah,
that's nerdy. Now I'm having fun saying it. I respect everybody's right to like what they like, and I think it's cool. I mean, I don't get it. I want to get it. When I was a kid, anime meant women having relations with tentacles.
Did he cut out? Let's see what we got. Check the chat here.
All right, that was ponderous, man. All right, Jason, how did it go? Is that the that wiped us out?
It was good. It was close.
It's a shame that you weren't able to just host the show.
That was my chance to plug everything.
That's what I thought, and I was hoping that maybe Michelle was entertaining the crowd, but maybe she was offended.
I thought it was going to be momentary.
Yeah. Well, YouTube has a new feature where if you talk about tentacles, that it's a violation of code and conduct. I got to get me a new laptop. Jason, when I started this show, it was like I just MacGyvered it. I skimmed my way through. I didn't know any. I know how to tell dick jokes. That's about it. But I'm using this laptop that's 100 years old. Everything's terrible. And I got to, now that there's millions and millions of people watching, I've got to step it up so that things like that don't happen. Rock and Rolla, they said the tornadoes are coming there now. So there are people who are, see, Michelle said the tornado took out my internet, which is true. It's the first time. But anyway, that was the anime that I knew. I try to watch it. The dubbing is terrible. But listen, people love it. And as a collector of toys and other things like that, I respect everyone who has their own genre and niche. It's not for me. Jason, tell me about some of those Funko Pops behind you.
Oh, man. We got a little Nick Castle. That's my favorite. Halloween Hot Topic behind the hedge exclusive. Although it wasn't him behind the hedge.
It wasn't?
I don't think so.
I think it is.
You think so?
We need Sean Clark.
So then we got that. We got some Bill Johnson Leatherface 2. Got some Napoleon Dynamite John Heater.
Nice.
Some Invader Zim. Right here we got our Ultraman Mego. So,
is that signed?
Yeah, that's signed.
Nice.
Then above me, we got that Nick Castle mask right there.
Ultraman, when he takes photos, he likes to have you do the thing with him. Yeah. And but I forgot how to do it, and then he had to like manhandle me, and he's like, "Oh no!" And he liked the young lady that I was with, and he insisted she take a photo with him too, for free. And I told her, just do it, you know. And so she had to learn as well. Michelle, I don't think is familiar with Ultraman yet, but she will be very soon as she enters more into this world of free time and pop culture. Okay. Question: where am I? I'm in Las Vegas, Nevada. Skylar asks, will there be a live tour diary premiere tonight? No, I premiered it this morning at 10 a.m. because it was topical. It was the closing of the Tropicana Hotel, and I wanted you to all be able to watch it. Look who just is joining us. Guess who just pulled up to Portillo's, and this is not on my diet, Johnny Monaco. Johnny, if I send you the link, could you join us live via satellite from Portillo's? Denise and Skylar are the biggest Johnny fans. They are the president and vice president of the Johnny fan club. And but we'll see. If Johnny will join us, what I can do is I can have Jason host, and then I will send Johnny the link, and we'll get to see Portillo's. Do you enjoy hot dogs, Jason?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I figured Ohio, you must have had a hot dog in your time. Oh, Mark said, Johnny gets here and the tips show up. Well, son of a bitch. Yeah. Thought I was doing this for free.
I'm not doing too hot tonight. We got to get Johnny on here.
Well, no, you're doing great. People have to get used to you. The audience is divided. Some people like the pop culture talk that you and I have and that Sean has. Some people only like Wednesday. Some of the Wednesday fans are starting to become fans of the regular show too. And then Johnny is the OJ, if you will. He was the first person I ever had guest or co-host or but anyway, if anyone sees Johnny in the comments, see if he responds, and I'll send him the link, and we'll take a look at Portillo's, which is incredible. I wonder how bad Johnny is cheating on that diet, because
he's more off the sushi. So that's
he's definitely not doing. He's definitely not doing sushi, but he. I think he's going to have a. I think he's going to have a hot dog. But I think he's going to have an Italian beef sandwich probably. And listen, I think it all sounds great, and I don't think you should live by thy diet. Johnny's in good shape anyway. You know what I mean? He doesn't have to.
He's getting jacked now.
He's getting jacked. Yeah, he doesn't have to wear bowling shirts like me because he's a big fatso. Johnny says okay. So all right, we're going to get a live update from Johnny now. For the first time in the history of the show, Jason is going to take over and enlighten the folks. All right, Jason, good.
Okay, so we have so much going on tonight. I got Johnny Monaco, X, emphasis on X, Enough's Enough frontman. One of the best songwriters, one of the best frontmen of the late 90s and early 2000s. I think that his album, Paraphernalia, with Enough's Enough, was one of the best releases of the 90s. Now, that being said, we got a lot going on. Next stop on the Stephen Piercy date is going to be Wednesday, the 17th, and that's going to be at the Lava Cantina in Colony, Texas. I'm sure Johnny knows exactly where Colony, Texas is, because I don't. Okay, what else we got? April 12th, 13th, and 14th is Steel City Con in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Jason and I have been debating on doing it. I don't know if he'll do it, but we will hopefully get down there. So if you want to see us, come to Steel City Con. That's in Monroeville, Pennsylvania, probably half an hour from Pittsburgh. So that's going to be a good show. I know Jason has a lot of stuff that he needs signed. Some 90210. We got a few of Sean Clark's guests are going to be there. So hopefully you guys can make it out. That'll be a good weekend. Maybe even see some sites, some Mr. Rogers sites that weekend. So hopefully that's what Jason and I can do. It should be a good time.
Jason, you were fantastic. I've had a lot of people attempt to do this, and usually when I say take over, they freeze. The best thing you do is start plugging, which is what you did. Get on the bike and ride, and you did it very well.
I froze the first time, and I couldn't do it. This time, we're good.
You were ready. And speaking of being ready, also in the eye of the storm, the hot dog storm, Johnny Monaco live from Portillo's. Here he is.
Hey.
All right, Johnny.
How are you?
I love this Portillo's. Johnny's the one who introduced me to it.
It's a good one. Look at this go-getter.
He's working hard, huh?
Unbelievable. Yeah, this is a pretty good one. I shouldn't even be here right now. This is so terrible. She lives like 2 blocks from here. What am I supposed to? I was here last night.
This is your second night at Portillo's.
A slippery slope. I'll come back 300 pounds. Look at all this.
It's quiet in there.
Yeah, that's because nobody's working. See that guy? He was getting the sleep out of his eyes. He's supposed to be doing something. You idiots. Look at, they got a merch booth.
Oh, really? You should wear that on stage when you play Illinois.
This is the one that we should have went to. This is a good one. This is a new one. What are you looking at? There's some girls in greeting. I thought, hey, girl.
Everybody's happy to see Johnny. Johnny, what did you order?
I didn't order yet. I just walked in. I'm going to show you a little bit of the place.
Yeah. Will you sit there and eat?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the way to do it.
Why are they all staring at me like they've never seen somebody film something before? It's 2024. I'm a content creator.
Influencer? Live stream. You can start
Jason,
live streaming.
You're doing a good job. I was listening a little bit to what you were doing there. It sounds really good. Good job, buddy.
Thank you.
I mean, it's a tornado and everything.
Johnny, is there any sea glass in that Portillo's?
No one knows what that means. Look at these guys.
For $1, he'll let you know.
Johnny, do you have an idea of what you're going to order?
I was maybe going to get a hamburger because I got a beef last night, and that has the most calories. The hamburger has not bad. There's not so much sodium as in the beef sandwiches. The hot dog is off the chart with the sodium. It's like 1,800. I'm thinking just a hamburger and a small fry. That'd be all right, right?
Yeah. Will you eat the bun, though? The whole bun?
Yeah. Look at that chocolate cake. They
Don't have that.
In the merch booth. No, I'm not getting that.
The guy from Kicks, Brian Forsythe, he says you should have 5 hamburgers but no buns.
He just had a heart attack.
I don't think that's correct. I don't think he does.
Hi, hon. How you doing? Okay.
He's back in the
I'm just talking to my friend here in Las Vegas. Yeah, he's very interested in Portillo's. And we love it here. What's your name?
Right.
They're very progressive here.
Yeah,
very progressive. Cool. Yeah, the whole world.
Yeah.
Let me have a hamburger with everything, and a small fry for here. I'm on a diet. Nothing.
You're not getting this on Eddie Trunk. So
we learned. Well, Eddie Trunk's going for hamburgers.
If anybody wants to Venmo me, this is all I got. So we'll help.
All right. If we learned that a hamburger and a fries, Johnny says fry, I say fries with an S on the end. It's a cultural thing. But $5.74 sounds very cheap for a hamburger.
$9.74.
Oh, okay. That's
it working? Yeah. Okay.
Well, Johnny's going to send me an invoice for this appearance, so you guys better start coughing up.
Oh.
Well, Jason, is the merch coming soon?
Yeah. Famous question.
Thank you.
Hopefully soon.
Kid, one of
Hopefully
those
soon.
things in it. One of those things in it. Like a book.
Yeah. The kids love that thing in their nose. I know all about it.
You can't even hide that one. That one's the size of a frisbee.
She seemed like a cute young lady, no?
I don't know. They all seem like if you gave them like a little bit of leadway, it'd turn into Lord of the Flies in here.
Mm-hmm. Those places are huge, these Portillos. I mean, that's a big place.
Melissa, I wasn't talking about you. Melissa. My friend Melissa just sent me some Venmo money for my dinner.
Well,
Very
that's so nice of her.
Melissa, she needs her money. I feel. And Mark, someone else just sent me some. So thank you guys. I'm not going back for seconds because I don't want to end up looking like that. But I am just trying to find the healthiest thing I could eat here.
Yeah, well, definitely a hamburger and fries.
I looked it up and it said, I said, what to eat if you're looking to eat healthy at Portillo's, and it was like a half a sentence, and that was it. So I can have salads here, but I'm not getting that. I mean, I'm only here for how long?
We should point out that Johnny is joining us from Illinois, and he is home for a little while, right?
Yeah, I had to have look at there's the wall of famous people.
Is Chip on there?
Who?
Is Chip?
No, I said famous.
Oh, okay.
So here's what's his name? Belushi.
That's Jim Belushi.
Some he's all over here. I guess he's Coach Jay Leto. Here's the guy from some I've seen him before. He's famous.
It looks like Anson Williams from Happy Days.
Right.
I don't think it is, but it looks like him.
Some football players. Brian Urlacher eats here a lot.
He's famous.
There's so a lot of people out here. Hold on. Just idiots. I'm on TV right now. Relax. This is pretty empty here. I didn't get a soda or anything because I'm off soda. I just had my tooth today worked on. They had to drill out the cavity, or no, the filling, and then clean out what was underneath it. And they put in a temporary, and now I'm getting a crown, which is going to probably cost more than my car.
You mean you're going to wear a crown like the king, right?
I would wear a crown, but in this case,
someone asked if you're still in SEP band. I always hate that SEP abbreviation.
why are they asking me?
Why would he? Maybe he knows something. Why would you not? Why would he not be? He is the band. Please.
Who's asking?
Stephen just texted me while we are going through all this because we're going to Utah Thursday.
Yeah. I was in Utah yesterday.
You were in Utah yesterday?
Yeah, that's where my plane connected. They have a good airport there.
Yeah, Utah's a nice one. No, you shouldn't have caffeine though while you're there.
I didn't have that. I had a smoothie, a green smoothie, $10, and something from Starbucks, like a protein bullshit. I'm trying to keep it up. And my mom's like, oh yeah, I pay all these dues and everything because we have a nice gym here and a pool, and so I bring all my stuff. And now she's like, I don't know, I guess you have to live here to you. I'm like, what are you talking about? Well, I'd have to go with you. And there's also a charge every time you go. I'm like, well, I'll pay for whatever. She goes, well, I have to go with you and sit there. And I didn't want to make her do that. So I'm out in the rain, running in the wind and the rain to try to get my 25 minutes in. I couldn't lift today. So I'm trying to keep my calorie count down, but this is not going to work good for that.
Well, you're going to lift that hamburger. I mean, that's something. It is exercise.
Yeah, I lift it for a couple seconds because they're so good. We destroy that thing.
Was cheese ever an option?
Yeah, I didn't get the cheese. I should have. I tried to get the lowest amount of calories.
Right. And do you think there's a chance that after you enjoy that tasty burger, you might go back for seconds?
Here's the chocolate cake.
What are we looking at?
Chocolate cake. Oh, is that you? Oh. What is it?
Johnny, do you think you're going to still be hungry?
129. Thanks. Thank you. I probably. I mean, that's part of this. I gotta go hard, man. I told him for here. I don't understand why they put it in the bag. Kids don't know how to do anything. Anything. they're just idiots. They don't know how to do anything. That was barely a transaction. How hard is it to remember one little fucking thing?
Somebody's mentioned the lettuce on the burger. That's a salad, basically. That's a side salad. I fasted 16 hours, maybe more, and I hope I don't fall down like Johnny did. But
oh God, remember that?
yeah,
but
I'm starving myself.
All the
San Diego Live 8 is here. Love the daily shows, Jason. Well, thank you. I'm glad. A lot of new people discovering the channel, and for those who are just joining us, up in your upper right-hand square is Jason Neal, who is in Toledo, Ohio, and he is going to be our vinyl expert. Johnny's record not going to be available on vinyl, but he is our resident vinyl expert, and he's sitting in today because there's a tornado, and in the event that he perishes, I would like to have it on the show. And then, speaking of perishing, Johnny is violating his diet. If you know Johnny Monaco, he is the former lead guitarist, former lead singer of Enough's Enough. He was in a band called LA Guns. And I will let you all on a secret that I am not supposed to say, but I'm going to say it because a tornado could wipe us out. Johnny, you got enough ketchup there?
I like to go with 3.
3, okay. I can't imagine you could use all 3.
Oh,
better than running out.
That's right. I think we did this last time when me and you went.
Yeah. So we're going to be playing a show later this year. I can't tell you the city. I can't tell you the state. If you're a fan of punk rock music, I will tell you that this state is the reason the president's dead. So that should help you a little bit, the state at least. But the lineup is, where did Johnny Chicago go? Oh, there he is. The lineup for this bill is Enough's Enough, something called Halas, I don't know. I looked it up. They're Swedish. They go on after Enough's Enough. Enough's Enough has to open for a Swedish band that none of us heard of. After that, LA Guns. And then after that, KKK Priest. And then after that, Stephen Piercy, the voice of RATT.
Oh my, how the wheels have turned. Who's opening for who now?
So all Johnny's former bands have to open for Johnny.
Oh, that's a shame, isn't it? Oh, terrible. I will be there with my boots, flicking those phones into the crowd. 1, 2, taste my boots, you American pig.
And I will say that later this year, the drummer that will be performing with Stephen Piercy, that is a secret, will be headlining over a band that he used to be in as well. So,
oh, the mighty. Oh, how we have fallen from grace. But it's a good thing one of us blows bubbles on stage to take away from his amazing guitar playing. Right.
So I gave you a couple exclusives that none of you knew about.
Oh, got ketchup on my phone now.
Johnny better steer clear of the LA Guns guys because they still need their back patch money.
No, I got that back from that shyster. I told him right when I quit. I said if I can get that $70 back, that would be great.
Johnny, there's a guy in the chat. His name is San Diego Live 8, and he says, I play Tracy Guns at an LA Guns tribute in Hollywood. Please don't hate me.
Oh, God. Oh, that sounds like a real tough gig.
Do you dress like Tracy? Like, do you put on the full outfit? Overalls and a missing piece? All right. Going through some of the questions. Since Johnny got here, business has picked up. People start calling their friends. He's here. He's here. He's having a hot dog, hamburger. And then everyone's running to their banks right now. Oh my God, Johnny needs fries, and they're making deposits.
Listen, I know it's pandering, but this trip is going to cost me. I'm going to be in the poorhouse. So I really appreciate those 2 people that sent me, Melissa, Mark.
You've made more than we did tonight.
Well, What do you think? That the tooth between the tooth and I brought one of my guitars back to get fixed, and then I'm gonna have to take my mom to dinner a couple times.
She's going to insist to pay, though. I think.
I don't know. She told me.
Although she won't watch you. She won't watch you swim.
No, because I can't get in.
Michelle wants to know if the Tracy Guns impersonator also plays from the bathroom. A good question.
Huh.
Mark Sanchez asking the same. A lot of people are in it.
Ask them also, are you really into just anal? What do the feet look like? Are you a method actor?
Well, he said he has talons.
Let's see those piggies.
He says I have talons like Tracy.
Okay, I like that. At least she's being serious about it.
Authentic.
How many babies?
Mm-hmm. All right. So people are saying Five Guys. Johnny does not like Five Guys. He likes
that place.
And he's in Chicago.
That place is not great.
That's where Brian Forsythe likes. That's where he gets they bring him a pan of burgers.
Well, he was operated on by a veterinarian, and they had to remove the antlers. You know, I was in the airport in Utah the other day.
Thank you, Mark.
And some big, huge monster of a man was walking towards me, and his shirt said, "Lions, not sheep." Like he wanted everyone to know. And the only thing I could think of worse than just being big and fat is add a beard to it. So this bearded goblin is walking towards me with his shirt all smug with his shorts on. And I'm just looking at him like a piece of shit. And I'm thinking, this guy, he's the size of a lion. I don't think he was eating sheep, more like Big Macs.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, let everybody know that he's in charge. I'm the man. These guys insist on driving an SUV or a truck around a society that doesn't need that with their brakes on and those balls that swing from the back of the truck because he's a tough guy.
Shifting from Chicago to Vegas, what city has the worst drivers?
Los Angeles.
It's tough, man. Just when I thought, I thought it was rough here. I got to Vegas. I'm like, whoa, this is a whole new level of horrible. I come back. I'm here for one day. It's immediately terrible. So I just think it's everywhere. I really thought it was like one area. I think there's dummies everywhere you go. This year, they're at Rocklahoma.
Mm-hmm. All right, I'm trying to keep up with the chat. It's been a little slow tonight. People are hankering down, whatever you call that, because of the tornado that's coming. And 3 tornadoes. I'm getting ready in a little bit here to watch the Yankees game. The Yankees are 5-0, undefeated. I'm very excited. They're playing the Arizona Diamondbacks tonight. I wish I was on my way there, but instead I'm going to Utah. You can see me in Utah. I'm going to go try to see the Halloween 4 and 5 locations. Sean Clark made a video of where they are. They're in Salt Lake. I wanted to see the spot in the beginning of Halloween 4 where he puts the mask back on and he drives the car through and crash gas station, but Sean told me it's about an hour out, and I can't do that. But Stephen Piercy at the Autorama car show, and that'll be this Friday. Looking forward to seeing everyone there. Yeah, Randy Hope points out the Yankees are on their way to 162-0. Could happen. And John is a Red Sox fan. I don't think it's as good as it used to be, but hang in there. The Red Sox had some amazing years. Chicago had some amazing years ever since the Billy Goat. The Billy Goat, they have a Billy Goat tavern out there. It's terrible. At least the one in the airport. Johnny and I went. I
don't care what anyone says. You could taste the goat.
Mm-hmm. Let's take a look at this. Johnny, unbox this burger for us.
It's a very nice box.
Presentation is fantastic.
Oh, we should sell this box.
Johnny will sign that box for you.
Sign it, yeah.
I saved the candy box. I plan on selling that at an auction.
Yeah, that's a good idea. That's a good-looking bun, a big
Oh,
one.
man. Oh, this is the way. This is how you do it.
That looks good. Now, will you put some ketchup on that?
No, it's all ready to go.
Oh, okay. They did it. All right. And Johnny's
Oh
taking.
man, Mom, I probably shouldn't have got this. My tooth really hurts.
Oh
No.
yeah. Can your tooth eat that thing?
I'm eating on the other side, but they give you injections.
You mean like the south? You're eating at the south side?
I mean the left side because they inject your gum with a needle. It was brutal. He was in there drilling and some kind of woodworking tool, a saw. It was really medieval, and you got to go back. It's a nightmare. You got to take care of your teeth.
Yeah. Obviously, I take that very serious. He's got ketchup for his fries. Yes. Randy Holt watched the Tropicana video. So it's great. He was married there in 2005. Haven't been back since. So cool to see. Well, I'm glad you got to see it. I did invade the wedding chapel and the pool area, which was closed. Most people don't have that in their video. If you haven't seen it, watch it after this. I also have some footage of Johnny and I in the last few weeks at the Tropicana going to see that young, hot comedian, Rich Little. And maybe I'll make that available for members as well. It was weird. It was hard to get a vibe going and filming anything when we were there. It was a rainy day. Neither Johnny or I knew what to expect from Rich Little. We didn't know that he was a political satirist. We didn't know that he was going to do timely impressions like Audrey Hepburn. And we didn't know that he was going to join us for dinner for a bowl of soup at the end.
So how about the Tupperware parties?
I don't know where he's going. I haven't seen a formal announcement, but as of 3 p.m., they did put chains on the door. He's probably still in there.
He's still in there. Yep.
I heard it's Van Halen, Chips Enough, Rich Little. That's just what I heard. It was Rocklahoma. Going to open up with, what do you think of the Sebastian Bach bag?
Denise also got married at the Tropicana in 1996. 1996, I made my first visit to Las Vegas, I believe, and a friend of mine knew someone who had this inn, and it turned out that each room of the inn was a bondage or swingers fetish. It was a fetish hotel. I was here for the AVN convention, and I was in some kind of, there was chains hanging around and all that stuff, and people would come by at all hours, and my friend said, all you have to do, we'll give you the room for free, is just keep an eye on these adult film stars who will be at the convention. And one of them, her name was Drew Barrymore. And she looked exactly like Drew Barrymore, but she had a thick German accent, and she kept complaining there wasn't any toilet paper in her room. But it's been demolished since, but that's where I first stayed. But it's close to the Tropicana. Bart,
this is great hamburger.
Bart says he enjoys Johnny's song, Perfect Day. He likes the video, too.
I got some artwork back today. Guess what the guy sent me?
Not Gacy. You're not buying the Gacy stuff again, are you?
No, Stevie Rochelle asked me how far I live from Gacy for some reason.
He told me,
And
yeah.
I can answer that question right now. I used 25 minutes.
Yeah.
When they were pulling the bodies out, my crazy friend down the street that drove at the time, because I was too young, he's like, come on, there's something going on. It's on TV. We got to go over there. so he picks me up, and we're like going to drive over there. No cops, nothing. We lined up on that side street right there. Couple squad cars. When they were pulling those bodies out, it was freezing cold out. I mean, terrible. But I remember being on that street when that happened. That sick month. But it's like, I know the area. It's right off of Cumberland, right off the highway. I was in Mount Prospect, about 25 minutes away.
Yeah, and he's been a fan of clown art ever since. Stevie Rochelle messaged me this morning. He every now and then he'll find guests for the show, And I think I could say who it is. Steve Brown of Trickster and of Ace Frehley fame. He plays more guitar on Ace Frehley's records than Ace Frehley, is what I've been told.
I know Steve Brown.
And
Saw him at the
Rock
Farm Rock.
Fest.
Remember Farm Rock?
Rock Fest.
No, this was
No,
prior,
Farm Rock.
before I knew you.
Oh.
This guy Eddie, he's wearing stripes now, but he was Freddie put on this Farm Rock show.
Bass
And,
Freddie, yeah.
Yeah, Steve Brown was there, and he was hanging out and drinking and smoozing. Thought we were kind of getting along, pretty good friends.
hmm
And then the next day, I said something like, "Hey, man, how you doing today? You were feeling pretty good, huh?" You know, just like guy talk, locker room. And he responded with, "Go fuck yourself."
Really?
Yeah, I probably have the text somewhere. I saved it. I'm like, "Who is this guy?" But you know, since we've seen him, he's been nice to me. But now, the other guy, Eric Martin.
Well, I'm going to
was-
ask him about Eric Martin. Eric Martin was playing a show at Rock Island. That's where I got confused. And it was two of the guys from Trickster, an unknown drummer, and Eric Martin. It was half Mr. Big, half Trickster. And yeah, Steve was nice, and he is a good guitar player, I believe. Don't you think, Johnny?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a good player. He was in Def Leppard for a little while, filling in for Vivian Campbell. And but anyway, Eric Martin was very rude, very unfunny, and lame all around. And I'm going to ask Steve, how do you work with somebody who's that big of an asshole? Hopefully Steve's not watching right now.
And now he's struggling a little bit, and it's unfortunate that his last good attribute is suffering.
Yes, he's not funny, he's not attractive, and now he can't sing. So, yeah.
We're not talking about it. Oh, right. Yeah.
Pata says he or she, as the case may be, did not know that Sid Haig was in Diamonds Are Forever. A lot of people did not know that. The scene when Lana Wood is thrown out the window by three henchmen. One of the henchmen is Dean Martin's uncle, who's a very funny comic. Leonard Barr is his name. The other one is Sid Haig, Captain Spaulding for you at home.
Great.
Uh,
He was in 66 Batman too, right?
Yes, he was. He was, I think, a Catwoman henchman.
Yeah.
So some people are angry. Randall says Trickster is so lame in every sense. Biff says, I saw Steve Brown be extremely disrespectful and mocked a fan one night. I mean, Steve Brown has like a faux hawk. He shouldn't be mocking anybody.
Was the fan his barber?
Was it who?
His barber.
Oh, right. Yeah. I mean, listen, I think he's still coming on, but Stevie Rochelle's watching right now. Thinking, I'll never recommend you again.
That's going to be riveting.
California Dreaming thought Eric Martin was really cute when he was younger.
75 years ago.
75 years ago. All right. What do I do when he goes, so have you heard the Ace songs? What do you do? I thought about this when I was up this morning. I go, he's going to go, have you heard the new Ace Frehley? I don't think those songs are very good.
Cherry Medicine was the best song of last year.
Yeah, well, he'll tell you that. I mean, I'd have to drink Cherry Medicine to I mean, I'm going to say it's available everywhere, but I don't know. He acts like he wrote Hey Jude.
Well, I heard there was some controversy about if he really wrote those.
Really?
I mean, maybe. I mean, it's out there. There's tornadoes. There's that. There's cherry stuff. But I don't know. I mean, maybe. Oh, there's a Lou Melinati's across the street. Man, I got to get out of this town.
What happened?
There's a Lou Melinati's pizza right across the street.
Let's go.
You can go. It's gonna put me right back in the hospital.
Illuminati's pizza. I don't think I've ever had it. Everybody told me I need to have that. Next trip, I'm having it.
Not the Illuminati. That's different. That's where Jay-Z goes for his dates and pizza.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to sleep with that big man who's going up and take his medicine, cherry medicine. Girl.
Jason, you should start heading out to Illinois, you would have such a fun time.
I'll slowly start making my way out.
Yeah, if the tornado doesn't destroy you, your collection, and your life and your family, after you rebuild, I think you would like it.
We'll get there. Johnny, with you being in Chicago, how often were you at Blackhawks games? Did you follow much hockey?
No, I used to give lessons to Mike Stapleton.
No way.
I guess he was pretty good. This was a while ago, and I played a couple of those Hawks parties. We played da 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 da, and this guy. And but I don't think I've ever went to a hockey game. I went to one in Vegas with my friend that brought me there, and it's wasted on me. You know, I played hockey, I could skate, but a little afraid of the puck. So coming at your face at like 100 miles an hour. I need this. This is my moneymaker.
Yep.
A lot of Ace Frehley discussion. Do you guys know who played drums on the Ace Frehley album? Do you know who's on those songs? Anyone?
Is it Coogan?
Nope.
No.
Is it Matt Starr?
No, it's closer, but no.
Oh,
would it be funny if I announced that the new drummer for Stephen Pearcy is Matt Starr?
Not for some people.
And then we were all going to get life counseling. Before every show, he was going to coach us.
Yeah.
Here is the correct answer. Mark Sanchez has it, and that metal guy has it. Randy, everybody knows. Anton Fig, who also played on Kiss albums and Frehley's Comet. So yeah, and he, for me, was the drummer for David Letterman, the world's most dangerous band. So that was I used to see those guys in New York all the time. Sid McInnes was the guitar player. Will Lee was the bass player, and Anton Fig on drums. Paul Schaefer. There was Enough's Enough. I went to see it. Enough's Enough was on David Letterman. I think twice. Letterman loved them, and Howard Stern loved them. Yet they still fucked up and couldn't do anything.
It's unbelievable.
But Johnny, you know better than me, but I think they had Vic Fox pretend to play guitar.
Yeah.
Because they weren't going to let Anton Fig give up the drums to that pretty boy.
No, it's crazy. That's true. And now Tori does that.
Anyway.
He doesn't like me at all. Something about something I said.
Yeah. We're looking forward to seeing them. Are they playing at the M3 Festival too? I think they go on at 7 a.m. No?
No, they're not. They're not playing there.
They might just show up though.
In the parking lot?
Yeah. Are they playing that Rocktember?
Yes.
If Chip said, Johnny, brother, I lost my voice. Could you sing for me tonight? Would you do it?
I don't think he wants that. How do you do that? You're not on the show. There's a bunch of Teamsters working here. Can you be a teenager and still be a Teamster? Because some of these guys are working. They're roughnecks.
You're in a working class city, town.
No, some guy just gave me the what's up. They're like, yo, you screaming? Shut up. Go play your sports games. Go play your video games.
A lot of people think they can afford Johnny. I think he has ways to perform without actually singing, if needed.
I'm doing it right now. Oh, look at the first Portillo's.
You're in that's the original?
No, it's on the wall. Look at it up there. See it?
Yeah.
Not
Looks
crazy.
like a tiny little hot dog stand.
Yeah. Man's best friend. Hot dog, doghouse, tamales. Oh, I should have got a tamale. That's probably got a lot of cholesterol in it.
Well, Johnny, when we come to the Arcata Theater, tickets are on sale now. Only a few remain. We should go to a Portillo's. Hopefully your diet will be so good that you could cheat a little bit. You're also going to have to save room for Ron Onesti's, a world-famous Italian feast.
That's what I'm telling you, man. Every time I come to here, are those girls wearing pajamas? Or what are these guys looking at? You're not on the show. So boring. Look at this. Oh, Jesus, mohawk. They got faux hawks and bullshit mullets. Very cool. Mullets are not cool, especially on you, all Spaniard. Yeah, look at this thing. Strawberry lemon cake shake. I think I did pretty good. I mean, I didn't have any Coke or.
What is that? A strawberry lemon cake shake? What is it?
So
Wow, that's ridiculous.
I know. You think I would want that? I do want it, but I'm trying to limit my calories because I haven't been able to work out, and I'm staying with my mother, and it's really tough. You ever done that? Go stay with your mom for a week. You'll see.
Johnny, what if we could get some people to chip in and buy you that cake, that shake?
You want it when you want to see me go to a coma? That thing's got to have 2,000 calories in it. All right, pony up, everybody. Someone Venmo $10, and I'll do it. 15, 20 $20 because you have to pay for my cholesterol medicine.
All right, well, let's see what happens.
I'm waiting. So for nothing. You have 2 minutes.
Illuminati's has a great pie. All right. I hate to debate our showers, but he says Ace is a great writer. He doesn't really write very much. Guys obviously like playing in his band. I don't know about that. I bet I'm the only one who saw him live 4 times in the last 10 years, and I assure you he's better than competent every show. I was backstage with him. I stood a foot away from him. I know people who turned his gig down, and I will say that he's not the best these days. All right, let's get Johnny some money so we can watch him go into a coma.
Cards are free. Stars and planets are extra.
Yes. It has to go to my Venmo, or it doesn't count.
Yes. I mean, I'll send it to you, Johnny, I suppose. But this is $1.99. That's only going to get.
That's not going to do it. $1.99.
But thank you. I appreciate it.
I'll save that $1.99 for what's his name, Steve Brown's opinion.
All right. Is your phone gone off yet?
No. These guys are. So
I mean, if someone sends it to me, I will send it to Johnny right now. So
they are. So
there it is, Johnny.
There we go.
Johnny, I'll send it to you as soon as the show's over.
Look at this.
Because I can't use my phone.
Okay, what am I doing? Oh,
Johnny, Adam would like you to go and enjoy a strawberry lemon shortcake or whatever it's called.
Thank you, Catherine. All right. Look at Flash Gordon. You can see Matt Starr in the top corner over there.
Yeah, that's right. Matt Starr, legendary from Flash Gordon.
Melissa, thank you, but save your money. You're going to need it for when you have to take care of me when I'm in the hospital.
She's gonna have to wheel him she's gonna have to wheel you into the sun one day.
Hi. So can I get one of those lemon? What is it? A cake shake? Lemon straw? What is this? Lemon strawberry? What is it? The lemon one or the strawberry one? Which one do you guys want? The lemon, the one on the door. What is that? Is that strawberry? I thought it said lemon in it. Yeah, that one. Strawberry lemon cake shake. Small. No, I'm on diet.
And another hamburger.
All right. Okay, here we go.
You guys can continue to super chat, by the way. You don't have to stop. But I will send that to Johnny. All right. Johnny will have his accountant invoice me. Uh-oh, Johnny, someone's sneaking up on you.
You good?
And I'm sure this thing's going to be amazing.
Can I take it out? Okay. All right. Thank you. Okay. Thanks a lot.
All right. Now we wait.
These kids are such assholes. They really are. They're just weird and just out of touch. You'd think if you were talking to someone that looked like that, they'd be really different.
All right. Now we wait, Johnny. Johnny, do you want to go do some calisthenics in the parking lot while they make it? Maybe a few jumping jacks?
Oversized shirts. The manager. second before I drop out. I could work here. I could run this whole store. I'd be bored out of
Oh,
my mind.
you should franchise. If we
I'm
could
not
get
one.
enough super chats, maybe Johnny could franchise his own facility.
This is
Move it
too
out.
boring. This kind of shit. They keep looking. They're like, "Oh, he's filming." What do they think I got? What do they think I got like a Star Trek decoder? They keep looking over here and talking. I'm just
Right.
waiting
I'm
for my
excited.
shit.
Johnny, are you near that poster still
Which one?
for that shake? I'm kind of curious what we're getting.
No, that's at the front door. Look at this.
All right, well, you don't want to walk that far and burn out
We're-
any extra
We're in
calories.
pajamas. People wear pajamas out now. Like,
Have you ever had a
oh,
cake
my
shake
God.
before?
No, I don't drink stuff like this. This is really insane. This is like really going to be hardcore. A lot of
I'm
calories.
excited.
Got the straw ready. Waiting for it. Right here. I'm number 193.
And they're calling number 16, so it's going to be a while.
I'm just waiting. They keep asking to each other, like looking over here. Like this. Like what, you guys know the band RATT?
I trust me. Wednesday 13 would not have a cake shake. Johnny suffers for you people. He gives.
It seems like a lot of.
Johnny's in good shape, and he's not diabetic yet. Sharon, thank you so much for the super sticker. Everybody in America now is a pre-diabetic, it seems. Everyone is almost diabetic. I know so many people. Jason, you might be a little young, but
I'm doing okay.
Yeah, you hang in there.
I'm trying to not do that. I don't want to do that. Oh, I think that's me. Thank you. Okay.
All right.
See you guys.
Take a look at this.
Thanks,
Hold
bud.
on.
You guys are doing a great job. Do you want me to should I sit down over here and have it?
Sure. However you could absorb it best.
I'm going to sit in the booth. See, here, this is a booth just for if you have the shake.
Mm-hmm. You're going to have the shakes in a minute.
Look at his background. All right.
I mean, you could do it like that, or you could just have one of those chicks poured into your asshole.
That girl was so crazy and smug, and they kept giving me dirty looks. They're still looking over here. I mean, the manager didn't do anything. They're not. They can't kick you out. There's nothing that says you can't film.
No,
We're
we're advertising. You know how many of these things we just sold? Uh-oh. Oh, there you go.
Okay.
I think Johnny's audio is off.
I think so.
Yeah.
It happened
Johnny,
again.
Johnny, we can't hear you. If you can hear us, Johnny, we can't hear you. I don't know what he did. I mean, I could probably do a Johnny impression while he does this. I can't fucking believe I'm doing this. It's my diet out the window. This is ridiculous. I come. Look at these people. What are they looking at? Never seen a man enjoy a shake on a camera. I can't with this. I can't with these people. Yasmin thinks his AirPods might be dead. You think he's faking this so he can get out of drinking the shake? Like he's gonna cut and pour it out, like guys used to do when they were on dates when I was younger. You know, they'd act like they drank and then they didn't. Now it's called date. Never mind. The chick Eastwater says he could have dipped his fries into the shake.
Fry.
I feel like he can hear us. He's just fidgeting with his settings.
Yep.
Okay, he's unconnected, which means
That's okay.
He'll be back. Jason, did you think that you were going to be here for such a star-studded experience?
No, I mean I think that's why everyone was staring at him. They knew he was a suitcase luggage extraordinaire, and that's probably just luggage.
If this is your last day on Earth, Jason, boy, is it fun, Johnny?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
All right, Johnny's back.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Thumbs up.
Yeah.
Okay, I can't hear you.
That's all right. I can't with this place.
It's so not working. This place is so no cap. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. No, I can't hear you.
Johnny uses. What are you looking at? A big one lately.
Let me just maybe if I sign off and sign back on.
Okay, I'm getting hungry just watching Johnny. You think right now he's spilling it out and putting in like a Slim Fast shake?
I think so.
I mean, if he is, he's quite the method actor. Jim is waiting for a review of the damn shake, and yeah, he'll be back.
Keith had a great one.
Yeah, what did he say?
He said they recognize him from the Jenny Jones show.
Very true. That's an Illinois staple. Johnny did appear on the Jenny Jones show with Enough's Enough.
Well, Chip appeared on Mancow under Not Chip's Enough.
Will Johnny yelp about this? He probably will. I saw the Mancow footage. Johnny said, "Johnny, you all right?"
Sorry about that. Yeah.
Now, Johnny, you didn't pour out the cake shake and put in a Slim Fast, did you?
Those are probably just as bad as this shake. Have you seen Wolfie? I need to have something hold this up. Forget that girl with the bowl ring in her nose to come over. Mm-hmm. Yeah, these kids are like staring at me. They're giving dirty looks. I'm gonna go and yelp.
All right, here we go. For those of you just joining us, Johnny Monaco is in Illinois. He's having a Portillo's cake shake. I believe this is strawberry lemon cake. Sounds strange.
Yeah, I was trying to get the right thing out of her, and she's like rolling her eyes and looking around and looking away from me and talking to me. Kids are real assholes.
Did she? No offense, Jason. Did she offer you any toppings like whipped cream or anything like that?
Toppings. I'm lucky she responded to my sentence. Right. I don't see her, doing anything but maybe joining the roller derby. So here we go.
All right, here we go. First incision. Johnny's inserting the straw.
Test. Very, very thick.
A thick shake, no question about
that. When she handed it to me, she did this because that's what they do at Dairy Queen.
Right, to show you.
Just to show you how these kids don't have any kind of their own material, like some other people I know.
Johnny, you went to Dairy Queen and they did that, and the guy didn't do it, and they're supposed to give you a free shake for not turning upside down, right?
Yeah, I called them and I went back. Yeah, I got a free shake, and I also told him that he'd be fired. He agreed.
All right, Johnny.
It was a burnout.
Let's enjoy this together. Someone makes a good point. That's a small, Johnny, or is it just one size?
Well, it was too much.
It's bigger than your head.
It literally tastes like if someone took a birthday cake and shoved it in their mouth. There's like chunks and everything in there.
They're still looking at me.
Why don't you do your job?
They think you're Gordon Ramsay or Mr. Blackwell.
Take your screenshot.
Yeah, right. There's your chance. Make sure you tag Johnny Monaco, tag Portillo's. So, Johnny, are you enjoying it?
I mean, I shouldn't be drinking this at all, but it's okay. I like malts. I like vanilla malts. I like stuff like when they put the malt powder in, and it's But I'm off all that. I'm trying to get ripped. You can't get ripped by eating hamburgers, French fries, and milkshakes that are mixed with cake. This isn't summer. I'm not a Summerlin hockey dad.
Mm-hmm. A lot of people saying that we'll be reading about this on Blabbermouth later. Yeah, that is probably true.
Too bad. Everything I said happened and it was all true. If they don't like it, too bad. They maybe shouldn't have said it, so shut up.
The Ace Shake is 10,000 calories.
Somebody look this up. Somebody go online. and look up the Portillo's lemon strawberry cake shake and tell me how many calories are in it and how many from saturated fat.
Yeah, I don't know if you want to know, but we'll take a look.
I mean, there's too many particles in it. I like a smooth, like the milkshake in Pulp Fiction, or like a vanilla milkshake. Sometimes strawberry. Chocolate's okay if it's a malt.
I ain't never seen no $5 shake.
These kids look
All
like
right,
they're
here we
one
are.
step
Hopefully this
look at
doesn't
their
freeze.
medicine.
We're on the Portillo's website. This is lemon is here. Strawberry lemon cake shake. And they are
There's
back.
a pop-up. But
Yeah. We don't waste any time once spring blooms. Lemon cake shakes and strawberry lemon cake shakes are available now at Portillo's locations. The cakes are baked fresh every day in the restaurant and iced with a thick layer of sweet lemon frosting. Strawberry lemon cake shakes take a full slice of our lemon cake and swirl it together with fresh strawberries. So it's very fresh. Available for a limited time only until someone dies. While supplies last, order a lemon cake shake. Okay, well, now they should tell us what's in the lemon cake shake, the calorie content. I think they have to,
do
by
some
law.
digging on this one.
They're hiding it. So I'm going to find it. Oh, hold on. There's a section called nutrition.
It'd be like if someone took a birthday cake and sprayed it with Pledge.
Okay, it's 763 calories.
Whoa, that doesn't sound as bad as I thought, though.
No, but the large is almost 1,400.
I think they gave him a large and called it small.
I think so.
No. This is the small. The large one has like a section to it.
Really? All right. Well, so that's only 760 calories. That doesn't sound that bad.
Yeah, but to get ripped, you have to have a deficit. You have to work out more than you take in. So between
it has
the hamburger,
fresh strawberries, though. There's fresh strawberries.
Why is this looking over here? I want to go over there and ask them what they're talking, why they keep staring at me. I don't want to make a big deal out of it because I might have to come back. But I kind of want to go over there and gather everybody around and then ask them what the problem is. Like they've never, like I just fall from space. What is the device he is on? Like you've never seen Drake's jacket? Get your shit together, hobo.
According to this, the large has 222 grams of carbs. That is a lot of sugar.
Yeah, no kidding.
You're going to need some insulin after that.
I can't imagine. Maybe I won't eat all of it, but I mean, I guess most people would like it. I don't know. Like I said, I like plain vanilla malts.
Does it taste crazy sweet?
It tastes like a cake, a birthday cake with lemon and ice cream. And yeah, I mean, I feel a little jittery already. I feel like, man.
Maybe just take a nap there for a while. They won't mind. When I first,
the employees do it.
Yeah, true. When you pick up a shift while you sleep. When I first was diabetic, I went to the Mall of America in Minnesota because RATT was playing. Warren DeMartini, Stephen, and Juan, and Stephen was trying to bring me on board to work with them. I went out there, and in the Mall of America, they said they had an A&W. A&Ws don't exist in most places anymore.
I like that.
And the cheese curds was the big thing to get, they said. So I tried it, but I got a root beer float. It was the first time since having diabetes that I tried anything like that. And I've never tasted a sweeter taste in my life because I went years without sugar. And I looked at that drink and I said, I would fuck this milkshake. You know, it's that good that I would just insert myself and I'd fuck this milkshake. And so I did. Worst UTI I ever had. Anyway, these things it can be very sweet, but if you haven't tasted sugar, when I have to take any kind of sugar to raise my blood, it's insane. It's nothing quite like
those workers just now on the way out. They made a comment and they looked at each other and they tapped each other, and then he put up his phone and he put it towards me like mocking me. Listen, I hope sometimes when maybe you're working on the road and you're moving a cone that someone's on their phone and they run you over. Why don't you pay attention to what you're doing? And don't look at me. I'm just tired of idiots. It's everywhere I go. It never ends. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying every time I leave my house, I could throw a dart and hit 10 idiots. Go back to work.
Todd has a good question. Johnny is so talented. Why is he so crazy acting?
What am I doing that's so crazy? I'm sitting here.
You're enjoying a beverage.
Drinking this $6 whatever. And I'm looking at the employees. They're not doing anything right. I was just mocked by the entire place. And I'm the crazy one? What am I doing so crazy? And why does that take away from an ability? Like,
Johnny, people would like to see the inside of the shake. I kind of agree. Can we see what's going on under the lid, under the hood? Yeah, doesn't look all that exciting.
Yeah.
Stir it up, Johnny. I didn't see anything fresh in there.
Why am I so crazy? Shut up. Why can't you just be normal and, like when I go to Nordstrom? Because I'd be bored out of my mind if I did what you do. Because that's easy. Anybody could do that. Accounting.
If anyone is in the Chicago, hold on. If anyone's in the Chicago, Illinois area, feel free to stop by Portillo's and join Johnny. He's easy to find. He's wearing a red jacket.
CPA.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
CPA.
It looks like a vanilla shake.
Yeah, well, it looks like there's stuff in it. But I'm so crazy. What do I know?
Mm-hmm.
Crazy. It doesn't even make sense.
The thing is, Johnny didn't do anything. When we go to Starbucks, Johnny's complained, and they did their job wrong. He wasn't saying anything out of line. But here, Johnny was nothing but polite to these people.
Listen, I'll tell you what's crazy is when the bass player decides to sing Fly High Michelle. Okay? I must not be that crazy because I think we all know in 2024 which scab would have the best version of the band.
Yeah, I would agree. Biff is reporting that a massive earthquake has hit Taiwan, 7.5 multiple towers down. It's terrible. I don't know how close Taiwan is to Toledo, but we'll send our thoughts and prayers and lemon milkshakes.
This is what I'm concerned with.
Mm-hmm.
One more than... I can't believe those guys were all staring at me and looking at me and saying stuff. Just because someone comes in and films it, this place looks like it's begging to be filmed.
Yeah.
I mean, there's stuff hanging from the ceiling. There's a bicycle up there. There's signs everywhere. There's
People
merch.
must come in and FaceTime all the time with their significant others. I mean,
But yep, I'm the crazy one, and I'm the one. What is he doing? What is decoder ring? Is that his invisible jet parked out in front? Look at that lasso. I can't even see it.
they think you're someone famous and they can't figure out who you are. I think that's correct.
Oh,
Or they think Johnny's talking to himself. Yeah.
Since I've been back, I want to hear something funny. Everybody here that knows me or kind of knows me or sees, they think I'm like doing really good.
Mm-hmm. They don't realize you're begging for shakes on the internet.
No. My Aunt Marge told me I'm so handsome and beautiful. He might be a little biased. They said I've really trimmed up and they could tell, they could see it in my face. I took my shirt off, but she was very happy. She's 95. And my mom, she's like bragging to everybody about my condo that I live in, saying how beautiful it is. Can't use the cocoon pool, but I can, work out in my beautiful condo with the lunatics I live with. And I gotta slow down this shake. I'm starting to get the shakes. And they all think I'm doing like, wow, you're really doing good. You look good. You're doing really good. It's not true. I mean, I'm doing like more than I was when I was here when they knew me. But it was a choice. I could have been doing more here, but I chose to do what I did because I'm tired of people, tired of dealing with idiots. And I wasn't, broke or anything, but I guess I'm doing more. So because I'm doing more, he's really doing good. moving away from here really suits you. You're doing great. You made the right move. I'm like, you think so? Like, oh, yes. Like, well, I guess.
Johnny, somebody said that they really enjoyed your version of Fly High Michelle. Well, YouTube enjoyed it too because they flagged it as being the original. It sounded so good that we had to mute it. So anyone who watches future versions will not get to hear Johnny sing Fly High Michelle. So it was YouTube.
You know where YouTube's not going to flag that version?
Mm-hmm.
Rocklahoma.
The old buzzard himself. Yeah.
Actually, it might send a message saying that the song's been abused. Actually,
Jason,
Donnie's going to be playing soon.
Question is, what does the other Jason do for a living? That's you, Jason.
No, yeah, I work in records. So I'm in Hayes Suburbia Records out in the suburbs of Cincinnati.
If you're in the Cincinnati suburbs, you can come stop by the record store and visit Jason, and he'll advise you on the finest music. And yeah,
I can't take it anymore. If I stay here for any longer, I'm getting upset.
Johnny Todd, who is the same person who said you act a little crazy, he made a statement though. He said Johnny is the most talented member of Steven's band. His solos are nearly spot on. I hear that a lot.
Well, thank you. How hard is it? Well, I'll tell you how hard. Look to the left when I'm playing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look at you outside. Very nice.
Mm-hmm. It looks
I
good.
think there's a tornado here too.
Johnny, how much longer will you be in the Illinois area if people want to stop by and see you?
Well, the reason I have to stay so long is because I have a temporary, and they have to send it out to get me the actual crown, the permanent. So I'll be here for a week. It's a long time. I need to get back because I'm doing so good. Oh man, is it snowing out? This weather's crazy. This is crazy. I am not used to this anymore. I got
79 in here right now.
Got my mom's Lexus. This thing's a rocket. Really?
That's probably why they're all staring. You show up in the Lexus in your rapper jacket.
Those idiots don't know anything. I didn't even lock it. Oh. All right.
All right, Johnny. Well, thank you for stopping by. We'll do it again. If when you get hungry tomorrow, let me know, and we'll see what we can get for you.
All right, I got this.
Johnny Monaco, everybody. Thank you, Johnny.
Thanks. Okay, see you guys. Bye.
All right, so look at that, Jason. Your first show live here with me, and the great Johnny Monaco stops by. You're an Enough's Enough fan.
Oh yeah. And
you enjoy Johnny's work, obviously, and yeah. All right, so Johnny, someone said drive safe. He's going to have to drive safe because he's all hopped up on the shake. I didn't expect him to do that, but I got to send him $20 in a minute too.
Yep, no doubt about that.
He'll have his accountants come after me. Anyway, well, it's been a fantastic show, don't you think, Jason?
Yeah, that was fun.
Light on the super stickers and chats because they send it all to Johnny's Venmo. And Johnny made $6,000 for eating that burger and shake tonight. But I don't know. Can we go live via satellite to his mom's Lexus? I don't know.
I hope so.
Yes, you can.
Oh, there it is. I have separation issues when it comes to Johnny, and I just wanted to make sure.
Am I on?
Johnny, how far? Where are you going now?
I'm going to go to my mom's house. It's like a museum in there. It's so quiet. You can't hear anything. I'm not used to it because where I live, I'm doing so good that I can hear garbage cans opening and people talking and cars driving by. But in this gated area she lives in Del Webb, they won't let anybody in here.
I went to 7-Eleven yesterday after the show. It was already dark out. I try not to go out after dark. And there was a gentleman who was bow fighting. He had a staff, and he was practicing his moves. And then an ambulance had to come, And I can't even tell you the other things that happened. They're so disgusting. But
Well, that sort of happened with LA Guns too, except it was more of a staph infection.
mhm.
Look at this. Turn your brights off, dummy.
The insurance
Yeah,
company's
even
gonna love this.
here, I got to deal with those. Look at here. Here's Edge. Here's our Edgewater. I can't see the entrance. It's very dark. I don't know how these old people do it.
Johnny, good question.
Here we are.
Does your mother, Johnny? Does your mother have any Johnny memorabilia?
I don't
she have
think
your
so.
pictures?
There's some stuff.
Is
Yeah,
it
she
like
might be
Buffalo
up.
6?
Yeah, a little bit. She might be up. We can get her on the podcast.
All right. Well, let's see. How you're there already, huh?
Yeah, that's why I'm saying I had to go there because it's so close. I'm already in the inner sanctum of Del Webb, where the cocoon pool.
You couldn't live there. It's too close. You never would be able to die.
Well, when I lived back at home, there was one right by my house too. But this is even closer. So here's the entrance where you go. It's segregated. So, but on this side here, this is there's where the clubhouse is, and the weight room that they won't let me use. Look at it, it's so old fashioned. There's a POW flag, and they're very proud people of the Midwest. But they all think I'm doing so well, so I'm just going to keep let them believe that. And I don't even have an air fryer. These people here, they have such nice appliances. My mom's house, she's got everything. She's got so much. There's so many glasses in her china cabinet. I have one glass, one spoon, and a fork. She has, I guess, I don't know. I think I counted 30 china glasses, and that's just like the reserve.
I have
so many
plastic.
towels and soaps and
paper
just
plate.
stacks on. I'm doing good.
Well, if people want to
Crazy.
see, if
So
people
all these
wanna meet
houses look the
Johnny,
same.
you better start super chatting if you want to see Johnny's mom.
Yeah,
Johnny's
you better
mom
send that in
also
because
sends-
she's going to
she
kick
sends
me out.
invoices as well.
Wait, is it this one?
Mother Monaco. If you ever want
Oh,
to see a good Johnny Monaco video, I believe it's on his channel. It's called Johnny Monaco Does the Broom Challenge. And it's my favorite video of Johnny's. His music is great, but his acting is better.
How clean this garage is. Everything's perfectly in place. She goes, I got my power steering fluid but broken. There's steering fluid all over the floor. You could eat off this floor. There's nothing on. Look, everything's organized.
Johnny, before you go in, I got to ask you, do you think your sister will take offense to your mother being on the show?
I don't know. I haven't talked to my sister in a while because some stuff, but
Johnny's Aunt Marge was on the show. Johnny gave her, she's 95. Johnny gave her a haircut. A lot of people thought it was very sweet, but Johnny's sister had an issue with it and was very upset. And Aunt Marge had to tell Johnny to take it down, but she doesn't even know what, the internet is. I mean,
it made me
Johnny
mad.
sell her car too? Is that the same?
Yeah, that's right. And I'm actually here collecting on that too. All that money is all gone though after the tooth and the guitar. I'm not going to have any left. I won't even have anything left of this Portillo's money. I'm going home to the poorhouse. Look at how organized everything is. I wish I had this house. I won't get this. No one's giving me anything.
Johnny's mother has been on the show before, but Johnny has a niece though, and usually the younger people in the family get the inheritance. Although she's not that young.
I should be getting us. Okay. I want this Cuisinart. If I take off my headphones to go through the phone, will it work like that? Like, will it just jump over so I can let her hear?
I think it'll just jump over.
How do you do that? Let me see. Hold on.
People are very impressed with how organized your mother's garage is.
Well, that's my sister and her husband probably came over and did it. I didn't because I lived in the house for 20 something years. And then when she sold her house, I was like, you got to go. So I was out trying to find a place to live. So they were here enough to help her. And I think they resent me a little bit for that. But you know what? Wasn't doing as good as I am now. So well, look at a generator. Everybody should have a generator.
Start super chatting your questions for Johnny's mom. Is she awake, Johnny? It's late.
No, it's. I think so. Hold on. Let me take the headphones off.
All right, we'll wait.
Listen, when I opened up that garbage can, it smelled like Febreze. So she even has that cleaned out. I mean, this house is like it's seriously, it's like a museum.
I have
So quiet.
1,000 Dusty Funko Pops in my kitchen.
All right. Yeah, let me see what happens here. See if I could. I hope this works.
All right. Well, see, you never know. You got to tune into every episode. You never know what's going to happen. Jason fighting a tornado as we speak, and then Johnny bringing us home. I mean, you know, it's an honor to be brought home. Right now, Johnny's on mute. Hopefully, he can hear us. But I see.
There we go. I switched over. You good?
Yeah. Johnny
Okay,
transitioned.
How come I can't see full screen? Okay, how come I can't see everybody? Because, you know, they get older, they're like, I can't see anything. Oh, no. Yeah. Can you see me?
Yeah, it's 9 o'clock. You're sideways for some reason, Johnny.
Okay, I'm going in.
You're the wrong direction, though, Johnny.
Oh,
There you go.
Hold on.
All right.
How about like that? Is that right?
That's fine. I could go like this.
Is that good?
Yeah.
All right.
This is this, and we can solo Johnny. Hold on.
Rest.
She's going to shoot Johnny. He looks like a cat burglar. Who's there? She'll start shooting. Johnny who?
Beautiful in here. Look how beautiful this kitchen is.
What have you done with my son?
Mom? Yeah, I'm back. So, I'm on the podcast with Jason. He wants to say hello to you. You got some fans. I want to turn. Yeah, you would fix your hair. There you go. You want to turn?
I'm a mess.
You turn the lights on or something in here?
No.
How do you turn that one back up there?
Where?
Up back behind you.
Oh, what to see?
Why-
I have to.
I have it. They bought me this cake shake. I don't even want it. Here, what do I use? This thing here?
Bought it for you.
The people on the podcast.
Oh, you got it.
Yeah, no. So
What do you want me
just
to
turn
do?
the lights on so it's a little brighter.
Oh.
Everybody's saying hello to Johnny's mom. Everyone's excited to meet.
Just say hi. There's only like a couple hundred people.
Yes. No.
This is more than Chips and Upsies when he's singing Fly High Michelle.
Oh, stop. Hi, Jason.
Hi, how are you? Nice to see you again.
Nice
Last
to see
time
you.
I saw her-
How you doing?
Good. Last time I saw you, Johnny gave me a haircut. It was the best haircut I ever got.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Mhm.
So is he still cutting your hair? No.
He goes to some Asian woman now.
Oh, okay. All right.
That's not
Yeah.
true. Johnny was far away at the time. Yeah.
Okay.
But everyone's saying hello to Mrs. Monaco. Chat is everyone's happy. Everybody loves Johnny as well. You should know. They're all proud of him.
Okay. That's good to know.
I'm doing really good now.
See?
The question everyone was asking if you have any of Johnny's memorabilia around the house. Like, do you have a picture of Johnny on the walls or anything?
Oh, sure.
Well, let's take a look here. What
Start looking.
do you want to tell him?
Start looking. There's your high school pictures over there.
High school graduation?
Yep.
Wow, look at Johnny. Sharp.
Yep. That's John.
Here's my first girlfriend.
Oh, that's my grandmother.
So,
And then
that's you, Mom, right there when you look like you were on the Dick Van Dyke Show.
no,
Look fantastic.
that was my wedding picture.
A young Audrey Hepburn. It's beautiful.
That's a great picture, right?
Johnny's late dad. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's some more photos there, and
They're all family. It's called the
So-
Wall of Famer, Shane.
you're doing material now, huh? Okay. She's doing some material.
Johnny had to learn it somewhere.
Um,
Oh, they're
People
all
say
family.
she's like Elizabeth Taylor. We're getting a lot of that.
Yeah.
Young Elizabeth Taylor.
yeah, Elizabeth Taylor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I did.
My dad was a tiger. And this is a photo, the one photo she has that she likes for some reason. That was in my 90s phase.
Mhm.
Here's me with a mullet.
I don't see.
Family.
Wait, am I just getting in there? Hard to, yeah, there.
Which one are you?
Right there.
Upper left? Yeah.
Yeah.
People are enjoying this.
Yeah, and this is where she plots and schemes.
Mhm.
And
This is,
That's
got what do they call these, plantation shutters?
yes.
That's what they call them, right?
Plantation shutters.
I don't think you can call them that anymore.
I think it's not politically correct. Yeah.
That's what, I don't know. They used to call us that. Y'all politically, yeah. Okay.
We used to call them slave house shutters, but they had to get rid of that.
We got the good old plantation shutters. Come with the house. They come with the lawn jockey and plantation shutters. It's terrible. You can't say that anymore.
Oh.
One wants to know
recline.
Dude, they want to know if she saved your baby teeth, Johnny.
Baby?
Did you save my baby teeth?
Oh God, yeah. I don't know where they're at.
Because I might need them back. If you want to save me $1,500.
No, I don't think so.
No, okay, no, guess not. There's another Elizabeth Taylor shot.
Yeah, wow, look at that, beautiful. Your dad was a handsome young man too.
He looks like he's in The Sopranos. I look like that now. If I cut my hair short, that's what I would look like. That's what I should do when I get ripped. Yeah, we're the waste, man.
Put some anabolic steroids in that cake shake.
What is this machine you got down here?
I put it for it works my foot because I had that surgery.
This is what I should do instead of running.
It's really nice. Yeah.
You can eat shakes. You could use that. You can eat cake shakes and still just sit right there. And eat it. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they just wanted to, get a little idea of where I was because,
A lot of people say you look like your dad, Johnny. A lot of people see that resemblance.
Yeah. Well, I'm not that good looking, but I mean,
at that time.
Look at that hair.
Yeah.
It's a good head of hair. Your dad was a barber as well, right?
Master barber. I wasn't as good.
He taught him. Yeah.
Not as good. So you're getting, Italian, third generation, whatever this is. But I'm doing good now.
Are you happy to have Johnny home?
Yeah, it's been nice to have him home. You don't see him for a while and, a few months at a time.
Yeah.
But it's good.
I have the same relationship with my urologist.
Oh, stop.
Well, hopefully you'll come to the shows, St. Charles, if you can make it.
Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you we're playing at the
I didn't know.
at the Arcada.
When?
Well, you blew me off last time, so I didn't want to tell.
Well, it was a bad night. And
We all have bad nights, Mom.
Oh, stop, John.
I'm gonna hide the vodka.
So,
No, it's in. Is it in October?
I don't remember. Jason, you have those
like
dates?
It's either October or November.
okay.
So
No, I don't think it's that cold. I
Oh,
think it might be
August?
September. August, maybe.
It's in August.
Well, that is
It'll be
better.
nice. It'll be warm.
That'll be better.
Yeah, you can come to that. We get you in.
Yeah.
You can meet Stephen Piercy and
I met him before.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, read that. Yeah.
August 16th, Friday night.
August
August
16th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just
mark
found
it on
out
your
about it.
calendar. Yeah, mark
What's
it
that?
down. Make sure she puts it on her calendar. I know she's got a lot of other things to do.
Yeah, why don't you tell my mom the name of that one band that's opening for us at that festival?
We're going to be playing this festival, and two bands are opening for Johnny. One is Enough's Enough. They go on very early. And then LA Guns goes on very early. And then the guy from Judas Priest and then Johnny Monaco headlining.
Oh, wow.
Because I'm doing good.
When does that happen? August 16th?
It doesn't matter when it's happening. We just have to know it's happening.
Oh, my God.
Guess who's opening? Those two dummies.
I can't believe that.
Yeah,
That would
right.
be-
I'm doing really good.
Oh, wow. Okay.
All right.
I'll keep
Johnny,
you-
thank you. And thank you so much, Mrs. Monaco, for joining us.
Oh, you're welcome.
Everybody loves you. I love the broom challenge when you hit Johnny with the broom. That's my
You
favorite.
saw that?
That's my favorite.
Yeah, it was my favorite too. I got a little crazy there.
I directed you to do it harder and harder. She was like, at first really light. And I'm like, no, you got to really do it. And then she went crazy. And I'm like, whoa. I think she had a lot of anger towards me at the time.
Yeah, I did.
Hit me with a
Well,
Swiffer,
yeah,
hit me on my wrist bone.
Well, thank you guys so much for joining us, and I'll let you go back to your normal life. My mother's going to want equal time now. I mean, I'm in trouble.
Yeah, we want to get you and Jason's mother on at the same time.
Oh, really?
Then we could put you split screen and we could ask
Yeah.
you stuff and then you could answer questions.
Okay.
I think you two would get along.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you can identify will tell you things that either I or Johnny did, and then you identify if it was me or Johnny, and we'll see.
Okay.
And she's from New York, so you guys will get along.
Oh, yeah.
Big
You know,
city ladies, yeah.
That's right. All right, say bye,
Well,
Mike.
Johnny, thank you.
All right.
Bye.
Well, I'll just give you a little rundown right here, and then I'll
Oh, yeah.
let you go. But it's really nice here. You know, it's like a museum.
It's like Italian Graceland.
Yeah, I love it. I wish I lived in this house. And then over here,
Johnny should retire to this.
Look at all this crystal.
Oh, wow.
And so I haven't been here in a while. And one of my guitars, one of the actual, like, you know, the real good ones that I don't play because I don't want to wreck it, has been in my aunt's basement for a while. So I'm going to give everyone a little, it's right here. It's in this. This is like when you're opening up the Grail. So this is the original RG 550. Oh, not in there. Sorry.
Johnny, you've been robbed.
See, I know who didn't take it. Tracy Guns. See here.
Maybe Mom was jamming out.
Oh, there it is. There's no lights in this room. I don't know why, but this has been. It's
She
been
doesn't
hard,
like company. She doesn't
very hard to
want
sleep.
people to stay too long.
It's very hard to sleep at
They
night.
turned off the air too.
So this beautiful thing right here is the original. There it is.
Look at that.
All its glory. This is the guitar that I played all the Enough's Enough shows with. And I have two other ones now. I have an original and an anniversary model. But this is the original. And one time I put this guitar on the back of my car and I loaded my car and I forgot it was there and I drove over it.
Oh my God.
And I cracked the neck. So that might not be this one. I have two, but this is a real good one. And but yeah, so you know, this is what I'm talking about here. Just really nice and organized, and everything's in its place. And unlike my refrigerator, there's some stuff going on here. I can't with this. It's ridiculous. This is labeled so you know where you're at. And this is the glass section I was talking about. This is a homemade Easter bread, which I can't have because look at all this cake.
Well, you filled up on shakes anyway.
These are cups are from the 70s. Remember these kind of cups?
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
So she's still a little bit of a vintage going on there. But this is, you know, a coffee machine over here. There's one over there. I actually brought my coffee machine because I thought I needed to bring it. And
Does your mother have a housekeeper, Johnny, to help?
no, that's the thing. Nothing's out of place. It's freaking me out. This has always been like that. She's very organized. Look at it. I have one of each of these things. And this is an Easter bread. The Italians make it. And I don't know if you could see back here because I don't really know how to work the lights or anything, but this is outside. It's really nice out there. There's like a huge backyard that goes out into where the geese. There's like a lake back there. I don't know what's going on.
I had no idea.
To see if I can get out of here. I don't know how to open this door. That's all right. You get the idea. But it's really nice back there, and it's very quiet in here. And it's just, you know, it's nice. I mean, this says Monaco.
Mm-hmm.
There. So I painted that. No.
You can hardly see the numbers.
So, yeah, that's, you know, it's our neighbor's dog. I brought my protein powder, and I don't
Put it in your shake.
Yeah, well, there's enough
That's
stuff.
all that was missing from that shake.
Oh, look at more glasses. Look at this.
Well, she might have company. If you never know when you're gonna have to entertain.
These are from the 70s. I remember those. I mean, there's enough glasses in this place. I mean,
Somebody said we should have our mothers appear on Mother's Day. That would be good.
Oh yeah, great idea.
That'd be a good.
That works. All right. Well, I mean, I don't know. I guess I'll just go back to what you're doing.
Well, thank you, Johnny. That was a fun surprise, and people have really, really enjoyed it and had a good time.
Okay.
All right, Johnny. We'll let you get
Thanks.
back to your very domestic life.
It's not mine. I'm only here for a little bit, and I don't own any of this. I mean,
You'd be good to retire one day to a place like that, though.
yeah, not on $5 shakes. I need
No.
some gigs. I need to play some shows.
Yeah, well, we've added some shows, a lot of big stuff coming up,
They let me
and
know.
yeah. All right, Johnny. Thank you.
All right, thanks. I'll see you. Bye.
So,
All right. There's
what
Johnny
a good
Mark.
surprise. That was
What a
great.
nice surprise. Great episode. The problem with this show, well, is that you never know what's going to happen. Maybe that's a good thing. You got to tune in every episode because you never know. Jason, also a nice new addition to the show. We've wanted to have you on for some time. It took a tornado to get you home, to bring you live from the bunker. I should plug a few things before I get out of here. One, if you still have any energy after this, go watch the last tour of the Tropicana before it's closed. It's locked forever. But I took a video and I was able to go out to areas that no one else was able to. I didn't legally go out. I kind of Adam the Wood it. Went out to the pool. And so there's that. And then Patreon. I should remember, I finally got these things for Patreon. I got these pictures. I signed the first one for Rummy yesterday, but I got a whole box of these things. And then if you sign up for Patreon, I send you that. And then I got these guitar picks that just showed up. And I personally will play every guitar pick. I will go through this bag, and each person will get a different note. And then you get that. So the Patreon link is in the description if you want to become a part of that. It's a fun thing. You also get to ask questions of the guests. I'm glad so many people. Jason, you got anything you got to plug?
I don't think so. Oh boy, more towels, boy.
Yeah, you need the towel, boy.
Yeah. I'm so fat.
Johnny, you can hardly see the shake.
All right.
You're looking good, Johnny. Looks better than me. All right, we'll give Johnny some privacy, please. Johnny's a team player. I'll say that. I've had a lot of friends and known a lot of people, work with people, but Johnny is a team player. A lot of people were shocked. A lot of shock and awe. But all right, everyone enjoy the show. So that was the Patreon. This is your last chance to super chat or super sticker. You can do all those things, and I appreciate it. I got a reward Jason as well. He's not working for Stephen Piercy tickets. If we watch long enough, Johnny will probably take a shower. Someone says that Johnny does have a decent physique, to be fair. A lot of people can't understand how this only has 100 likes. Other people point out washy, which Johnny is doing. As you can see right now, I think are you flossing, Johnny?
No, I will get to that. I'm washing my hands. She's in there watching American Idol, and she gets all excited when she watches it. And it just goes right through me. It's like, they're all pitchy and they're not great and they're singing, and she's like, oh, look at this one. He's so good. I'm like, what about me? I'm doing good.
She had your picture on the wall at least.
Huh?
She had your picture on the wall. That was nice.
That picture's from 100 years ago. There's been several thousand of pictures of me since then.
Send her a new one. You and the potato, or you after you felt you were unconscious from fasting.
The bubblegum cigar last week, 2 weeks ago.
All good photos, but she likes that one for some reason.
That's her favorite. Rummy says I missed his super chat. I apologize. I try to keep up on it. Oh, here it is. Thank you so much, Rummy. He said, she had a question. She wanted to know who Johnny's first love was. Johnny's first love was Johnny. I mean,
Man, this is the best electric toothbrush. I don't remember. I mean, maybe
mother's not going to remember.
One of my teachers. I don't remember.
If you asked my mother who my first love is, she would tell you the name of my high school girlfriend, but she would also tell you Phoebe Cates. That's how on it my mother is.
It could be. Yeah, I used to have a girlfriend that I really liked in high school, and she died recently. So I really talked to her. Like really talked to her much, as an adult. But it's I'm doing good. Doing pretty good now.
Yeah. All right, Johnny. Well, thank you. Sorry, this is bonus content, but you look in good shape. I don't know. Look at those biceps, better than me. I don't know why you fuck around with those shakes, Johnny. You look so good.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna be back to hitting it hard when I get back to that shithole. Nice.
Well, you're like Rocky. You have to go train in like Detroit or a bad neighborhood. You need a shithole to get motivated.
I get motivated every time I get in that elevator. I'm motivated to live somewhere where there's no elevator.
Nope. You turn the light out. There you go.
Yeah.
Well, Johnny, stop back if you need a midnight snack later.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, Johnny. All right, Johnny Monaco, everybody. Oh, hold on. More Johnny Monaco, everybody. All right. The great Johnny Monaco. He's got a new album coming out. We should plug it. It's called She Said She Found Her Soulmate. And he did leave this time. He's had enough of this. But it was nice of him to entertain us. Jason, you want to plug anything? I think we were starting, but then I got distracted.
Yeah, let's go. Hey Suburbia Records. And that's on Facebook, Instagram, and our website, heysuburbiarecords.com. So we specialize in over 20,000 used LPs. It's mostly metal, import stuff, rock pressings, all that good stuff.
Do they do a mail order also?
Yeah, mail order. So we post videos on Facebook 3 days a week, literally everything that comes into the shop. So if you see anything, just comment or send us a message. We'll hold it for up to 2 weeks in store, or we can ship it out to you.
Mm-hmm. That sounds good. Wait, hold on. Johnny's here. How's it going?
Okay. So, the problem is people keep calling me because I'm doing so good. And then it does something. So I don't know how much I have to stress to tell people not to call me.
Oh, is that what happened?
Yeah.
Yeah. Was it important?
Maybe, probably.
Oh, you didn't take the call, right?
I just, now that I'm doing so well.
I thought you were having a grand exit.
No. Look at this hat he made.
Oh, that's a Steven hat. Nice.
Like walking around with this.
You have that's a one of one probably.
I don't know. At least everything's correct.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's anatomically correct. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, Lorraine says, Jason and two Jasons, you're very good at announcing. You should look into a broadcasting group. Well, I agree. Johnny would be good to add color commentary. That's what Johnny's very good at.
Oh, you mean crazy Johnny? Doing something crazy. Look what he's going to do next. He's going to jump in the fishbowl.
People would like to see Jason come back again, so that definitely is a possibility. It's nice to mix it all up. And you can go to johnnymonaco.com. Mark, thank you so much for the support. How much does Johnny charge for lessons? We'll contact him and he'll let you know. That's between you and Johnny. You have a private affair. But if you want to book a lesson with Johnny, go to johnnymonaco.com. We're going to offer some experiences with Johnny soon on here as well, where people can auction and get a private lesson with Johnny. If Johnny can teach all levels, or if you just want to sit and talk about the good old days and the people that you hate, Johnny can do that too. So johnnymonaco.com has the answer to all your questions. And see us in Texas, and then Virginia, and then Columbia, Maryland, and other places. I thank everybody for sticking around tonight. It was definitely a fun night, a different night. You don't get shows like this every day. It's been 2 hours and 30 minutes. Jason, I think the tornado's not coming. I think you're fine.
I think I'm okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we should be
But
good.
they were worried. And Johnny, I think you're safe there as well. Once they get the diabetes under control, it's manageable. And
That I should work out right now.
Does your mother have a home gym?
No, I could just do push-ups or something, I guess.
What if you told your mother you want to go to the gym right now, but she has to come with you to watch?
Yeah. Well, if someone chips in 20. No. I don't think that's going to happen. I don't want to bother. I don't want to have her go there. I'll just read while you do what you're doing. You know, that's like, I'm an adult. I bet if I walked over there, I could talk my way in, but I don't want to get her kicked out.
Right. Yeah. All right. Everyone had a good time. And all right. I'm going to say goodnight. Thank you so much for watching. And tomorrow's Wednesday. I'll be back. Wednesday 13 will be here tomorrow. I doubt he's going to give you these hijinks, but he'll have some of his own. That's tomorrow. And then I'm off on the road. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you to Jason Neal and Johnny Monaco. And we'll see you again soon.